Hopefully Jodo has the yellow. No, it surely does.
Oh, Wally's. Oh no, yeah, Wally's switching back, as you should. Are they going for it? They going?
Oh, look at that. All four. Even
Waterholics.
Jodo.
Yep. All right, we in.
So, stationary turrets, thermal harpoons shouldn't be too bad. Right, looking at the stages, I think if there's no mobility, might be a little bit of difficulty come stage 3, stage 4, but there's an energy drink printer, like, right off the bat, so I think this is going to be a pretty cozy loadout, just from that alone.
They should definitely macro this stage.
Yes.
For that speed printer. Because come stage 3, you need AoE, or else the rats are going to get to you. You got blind pests flying around.
Yeah, and what's your answer to the
comfy.
rats anyway, right? You've got, what, pressure mines?
Standing on rocks. Hiding. Power elixir in the cave. That's pretty good. Might be something to maybe macro keeping.
Yeah. Notice how Waterholic isn't even picking it up, right? It's thinking about the energy drink printer.
Yeah.
Jodo on the bottom left, not so much, right? Sees it, takes it, sees, oh, that's a good item, I want it. And hey,
do we have
the turrets are inheriting the color. Was that fixed?
Yeah, I think that's been a thing.
Okay.
I think there was a bug with some other skin mods that I was running where there was an issue, but
okay. When I was trying to make like all the icons and stuff for the racers on the website, it wouldn't show up, so that's kind of cool.
Oh.
I don't know if it was just the wrong turret type or what.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we have wall tech with these turrets? Is that legal?
Yes.
In the races here? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
only things that are different from resources is, I think, no Rex frame tech.
Yeah, okay. Cool. No one's gonna hit the mountain shrine, because why would you?
I'm trying to think of a reason why you would.
Oh, there's even a slug printer. That's not bad either.
In my history playing engineer, I remember there was this one loadout where I was thinking, oh, I could handle a mountain shrine. And I had no gasoline, like literally nothing. I hit the TP double Beetle Queen, and like 4 golems spawned in. I died twice. The loadout was already a loss for me. And I think from that point on, I just kind of learned I should probably only hit a TP if I'm absolutely certain, absolutely sure. Yeah, look at that Beetle Queen. So if anyone
pretty much
hits
only
that,
mountain shrine if I have like sommering or something that can
Yeah.
actually take care of like one enemy right off the bat.
Man, Somring's so
Or you like
good.
loader.
I feel like even with loader, right? If you have like a bad punch or something like that, like lightning punch.
Yeah, definitely a lot more risky then. Lurkki already on the TP, and we see Jodo on it as well. I want to see them putting the turrets inside the rock right next to the Beetle Queen.
You could do that. I think, yeah, that one would work, right? They should know that you should be able to put the turrets in there. You can also put it up on the slope. They will place up there as well.
Yeah,
So
the
even
slope
if you-
going up to the top area would be a really good spot
Ooh,
too.
look at bottom left. Already not to a good start. Only with an Old War stealth kit up against a Beetle Queen. Has no turrets alive. And that's Jodo getting just harassed by these.
Yeah, it just had to be a
Beetle
Beetle Queen. You have to really assume that it's gonna be Beetle Queen when you're edgy, which is the worst of the 3, obviously. But like, yeah, it's not a fun fight.
There's some fun things you can do, like, oh, well, it's Verdant Falls and Beetle Queens almost never spawn there. But even then, right, if you have like a 1% chance that thing's gonna happen, you want to make sure you're ready for it. And just like that,
Yep.
the first
Jodo
of
+5.
maybe multiple deaths for Jodo, right? Does get both turrets back, but isn't placing them inside walls. That's just gonna die immediately. Come on. Okay, I'm still looking at Jodo's screen. Did you see that Beetle Guard spawn on the pressure mines? It's like, okay, fine, I'll place it far away. And even then, that's just, again, the problem with the pressure mines. You don't have the space to be able to get them down. Right? You have to be playing on, like, Drizzle or something, where you get, like, 1 beetle an hour.
There's honestly a gunner turret right next to the TP. I wouldn't have minded people like actually just buying that.
Oh, yeah. And the amount of
why not?
knockback, the amount of damage, the amount of aggro that it pulls away.
Jodo with another +5.
Oh, jeez.
It was actually a bleed inside the Chant Shrine, I believe. And I think someone printed it away for speed. I kind of wish they kept that.
Yeah, just 2 bleed daggers. Even 1. right? If you just get that like 2 or 3 or 4, right, you want to burst this queen down. And if
I mean,
you
your
give it a few
primary
seconds,
attack.
I mean, that's
Jodo
step number
with
3 for
H0sting.
Jodo. Yeah.
Even just with NG's primary attack, like it's not the best, but it is a lot of projectiles coming out, and it is a 1.0 proc coefficient, I believe. So
Yeah.
you might as well try to use bleed for the TP bosses here.
Especially for those stationaries. As we see all the racers, right, still struggling to kill this queen. Jodo's going to get the kill, but probably die a 4th time. Again, no healing. Except, I guess there is one now.
Yeah.
Maybe have a chance. Get like a lucky...
Looking like Wally is the most efficient with this right now. Almost done with the Beetle Queen. And done with it, actually.
Yeah, look at Lurkki actually about to take a death.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough boss for stage 1 NG when you don't really have items.
Yeah, the racers, they could have definitely... Right, you see it in Risk of Resources, where you'll see people take like 7-8 minutes, or maybe not that long, but like 5 minutes, 4 minutes before even activating TP in a stage like this and a loadout like this. You don't want to end up in a situation with a Beetle Queen, where you're just farming +5s. Right, imagine how bad this would be if they also had the Mount Shrine. Which thankfully no one hit that. So we see Lurkki trying to farm Monster Teeth with 1 death already on the board. Could be worse again for Lurkki. At least you don't have 5 deaths, right? Jodo is at 31 minutes on the runs. It's gonna have to hope that the rest of the run is cope, and that Jodo finds something really good that no one else finds. Right? You kill 50,000 Beetle Guards or something like that, and look, you still have
oh my god, that is a beautiful tri-shop actually. Wow.
A feather in the Chant Shrine alongside
feather
the
and bleed.
Yeah. The tri-type as Lurkki takes death number 2, not able to farm those up. The Beetle Queen is still alive, and at this point, you know what you want to do? You want to just go to the slope or something. Go somewhere where these Beetle Guards cannot reach you.
Yeah, get up on that slope, and you literally just have to like move whenever the Beetle Queen's about to spit, and like that's it. You're fine.
Yeah, I think we saw something similar to this. I believe it was Actor, actually, who just took high elevation, ended up taking 1 death total, but at least it's not a total loss, right?
Yeah. We see Wally getting the bleed and feather now.
This is a huge opportunity for Wally. Wally did not die. Wally got the healing drone before the TP activated, right?
Smart.
And with that, right, Lurkki at 3 deaths and loadout 1 here in the round 1 of the hosting league. Lurkki, who almost made it into, like, up until week 6, week 7, was looking to be the favorite of just skipping this round as a whole.
Look at all those
and look at those
Beetle
Beetle Guards. It's going to be death number 4. Jodo might actually even have a chance, who just got a volcanic egg, being the first one on stage 2. I believe everyone's going to find that.
There's also another bleed dagger on stage 2 in a tri-shop, so.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Really good.
That's a damage answer right there.
Yep.
Yeah, death number 4 now for Lurkki. Lurkki's just trying to find a way to be able to get past this death wall. That's gonna be death 5.
Okay, so it was Water who actually printed away the bleed for speed there, which I do wish they kept it, but at least they got through the TP without a death.
Yeah.
They played it a little safe, but they got through, which is all that really matters. So,
And found the feather as well.
yeah, that's perfect.
Right.
And a slug, which is awesome. I don't think anyone else has that yet.
Let's see. Jodo doesn't, but has double bleed. Ended up getting that second bleed daggers. Thinking exactly about the bleed. Almost got hit by a mending beetle. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I mean, if Water and Wally end up just playing this safe, nice and cozy, I mean, they're looking really good.
And especially for
at
Wally.
least 4+5s.
Wally doesn't have the power elixir anymore. I mean, everyone else lost theirs, so at least it's not a total loss there, right?
Win a gas on stage 2.
Yeah, you want that. Healing's cool and all, but I mean, you've got a healing drone, you've got a harvester scythe. There's already healing. Gasoline is AOE, which is something that all of the racers here are going to be thinking exactly about, and only be thinking about after dealing with that Beetle Queen.
Yep, because they can get another one this stage, so you gotta be prepared for it. Check out those boxes, get your AoE, get your healing, work on your single target after that.
So,
and Wally kind of has all of it right now.
What do you do, Cap? If you're Lurkki or you're Jodo, I think both took 5 deaths, right? They're probably thinking they're the only person to have that happen to them. Like, what do you do to try and come back from a situation like this?
Hit the newt. That's
Okay.
pretty much it.
I feel like,
Like you probably
yeah,
do want to loot more. I think they didn't loot enough. I mean, looking at Lurkki's items here, I mean, 4 items from stage 1 when others had way more than that.
yeah, you kill
They only got
55,
one drink as
you
well.
kill like 20 beetle guards, and you get $0. They don't give anything.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like this false sense of like progress. The
Again,
only thing
why,
you,
especially on NG, you should just loot more before rushing TPs. Like, yeah, it's a race, but people got to understand that you can't like just get lost in the fact that it is a race and just try to not to die.
yeah. And that's going to
I think
be
it's really important.
a propulsion armor plate picked up for Lurkki. That'll help with wisps, I guess.
Because I think at a drone man in the bazaar, I mean,
Ooh,
that's
yeah,
damage
yeah, yeah.
solved.
There
you
is there
just get as many greens as you can, pretty much.
is there 20 or 25 red items in DLC, excluding the microbots and
I don't
scrap?
know.
I don't know what it is,
No
but
clue.
I do know. I mean, you go to bazaar, there's like a 10% chance you get something like really, really good.
Yeah, Scorpion, Head Stompers, of course, Drone Man, Clover, even sometimes.
And then
With
there's
the
other
bleed that
things
they
like
have, Clover would be really good.
yeah, Clover, Behemoth, Clover just with double bleed.
Yep.
Would be nice. And you've got the
Harpoon is
feather,
the TP item.
you've got egg, right? Johto didn't hit Newt.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
just
think
keep
there's
playing.
kind of no reason not to. You have the egg also, so like you can get to every spot. I feel like you just should.
There's a
I think
squid-
even the racers that don't have +5s should just be hitting Newt. 'cause
yeah, you never
not?
know, right? The river can run dry at any point, right? You could have
Yeah.
double bleed, a feather, and a gas, and then every item after that, it's just like here, have a monster tooth. Here's a stun grenade, ice and stink,
Yeah.
right?
And I think it's like these races aren't as competitive and as strict as the Risk of Resources races, where spending that 20 seconds to go peek around the corner and check the bazaar cauldrons is like a detriment. So you might as well just get the information.
Yeah,
Like,
to
what
be able
can
to,
people get?
I mean, the skills is starting to go up a little bit, right? So you can't do that like every time or just settle for second place. I mean, I guess you can settle for second, right? The top 2 advance. This isn't a battle for first. So with this being loadout 1 of the race, 1 of 3, you can try and get a feel with that, play it a little safe. If you end up getting like blown out the water, someone just like went super fast and played super well, it's like, oh, okay, now I can up my game. But
Yep.
As of now,
Reynolds
for what
banned
it
on
is.
Wally,
ooh,
which is
And a
really good
radar
for single
scanner?
target. Double bleed Reynolds band is awesome coming out of stage 2, and more speed.
and there's a goat hoof as well that everyone's going to be getting. Everyone except for Lurkki. That's
It's looking like Johto's going the route of just really pushing hard, going on to stage 3 now, first one, which can pay off if the seed pays off.
yeah, if there's like a
It's definitely a
shuriken
risk.
printer or something that you just find at the start of next stage, right?
Yeah, Shuriken printer, getting some polyloots, stuff like that.
What do we already
And
know
really
is
just
gone?
playing safe.
Well, it's not within 10 minutes, so you're not getting Prion. You don't have the ice band if you're Johto. You have double bleed. A bleed printer or something like that could just immediately change the run. So, right, trying to go for the gamble. There's multiple gambles you could do if you're 5 deaths down after stage 1. It's either you go for blue portals or like try to find funny chests, or you just press ahead and hope that like the Giga Printer's there. But I think even with
You
Giga
know,
Printer, everyone's just gonna get that anyway.
There's another gamble specifically for stage 3 here that could come into play maybe. The Shrine of Order,
Oh, where?
if there is one that spawns in.
Oh, yeah. That could happen. I mean, if you Shrine of Order, right, you're down 5 deaths. You get everything in on bleed. That could be good.
If you can go feathers and bleed, I mean, it's something.
It's worth a shot. I mean, what are the odds that you're gonna win at that point, right?
Yeah, I mean, but you also have to keep the mindset that others struggled on stage 1 as well, and not just throw your entire run.
That's fair. That's fair.
So
Right, because what they don't know is that both Lurkki and Johto are on complete par with one another in terms of deaths.
yeah, and I wouldn't have expected that from Lurkki, to be honest. Obviously, I don't think they just didn't loot enough coming out of or into the stage 1 teleporter. but I wouldn't have expected Lurkki to be down this much. So you can never really know if everyone's gonna get out of it clean.
Yeah. I feel like stage 1 is like 50%, like maybe 20% of the time, like a huge, most pivotal part of the run, just like right out the gate. As soon as it begins, it's like the most important thing, right? Does anyone take that accidental early death? Stage 2, stage 3, I think it's really hard to die in these stages. Well, stage 3, kind of, if it's like you have no speed and you go to rally point or you go to sulfur pools or something like that. But for the most part, right, this is like the safe time of the run. This is the build up. And then by stage 4, either you've passed the check and you're good to go, or you're too weak and you're in cope.
There's also a scrapper stage 3. So again, the nuke play and actually scrapping your greens that you don't want to lose, like the feather, and if you did find the band, which only Wally has so far. Lurkki has a chance to find the band, but it's looking like just a Wally item is the Runos band, which is a very big advantage.
Wally, again, one of the only racers that, aside from Waterholic, that is deathless, right? It's going to activate the teleport most likely with all the pre-spawns dead.
Yeah, Wally keeps trying to put the turrets inside these rocks, but on RPD, none of the rocks work for Waltech.
Yeah, what you could do, if you put the others, the fans, so they will still be able to path up there, but it'll be kind of hard for like Bison or Golems to get up there unless they directly spawn. So what you could do is just have a couple turrets up there, start TP. They're not going to get hit that easily, and then you can actually charge out. I'll purchase the... Okay.
Lurkki getting the band. Nice. Yeah, I think just putting the turrets up on the TB prongs is fine. Because like the Bison aren't going to be able to hit them and the rats aren't going to hit them. So it's really just like the imps gaming and the golems. And of course the boss, whatever it will be.
I'm feeling Magma Worm. I bet it's going to be Worm.
Doomstrider,
I guess. Oh, okay.
Myron would be nice. Nice and cozy. Really, really good healing. Perfect for the turrets. And I think I like Lurkki's approach to this deficit better than Johto's, where Johto's really just pushing forward and Lurkki's going to just full loot this entire stage 2, which, I mean, you're going to get a lot of fuel for potential printers in the future, which could help you out later on instead of having kind of minimal items.
And do we know, did Lurkki go for blue? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Portalus. Yeah.
Double Doomstrider, though. Kind of scary. But while he has this stuff for it, just be patient.
Ooh. It's getting real low.
Has AoE, has single target.
Yeah, this is where the racer's knowledge of how to deal with Doomstriders is really going to come into play. A lot of people will just try to, you know, throw everything they've got at them 24/7, not giving up on providing that damage. But sometimes what ends up happening is they just suck off each other and take out all what the enemies are nearby. Right.
Yeah, well, I would actually make one start sucking, which would bring all the enemies closer together, kind of like a primordial cube, and then just using the gas will clear off all the ads that are currently harassing Wally right now.
I like that idea. Turret placement, I don't like too much, though. Up on the rock, I mean...
Yeah, it's just, this stage doesn't have any good spots for turrets, honestly.
It's fair.
Unfortunately. No walls.
That
feather. Oh my god. Johto just walking next to those fuel arrays. Stop. They're the fusion cells, that's what they are.
I can always get confused between them. They both explode. They're both...
Yeah. Fuel cell, fuel array, fusion cell, I don't know.
Oh, man. Just about everyone getting started on this TP. As we see Water approaching it. Right, Water, who was essentially at the same pace as Wally, being a little bit more safe with this TP, knows it could be Doomstriders. Doomstriders are probably the most difficult would it be Doomstriders or Overlords?
Probably the Doomstriders. They're always... I mean, they do the best job of forcing you to 99% of the TP. So, that's fair. I would say probably Doomstriders. Then the volley just insta-killing your turrets, most likely. It's pretty annoying.
Yeah, Water now starting the fight. Water, who has an extra focus crystal, has a teddy bear in there. Doesn't have any bleed, though. Double repulsion. Has a slug for healing. So a little bit more defensive, right? There's a little less speed, though. There is a hoof right next to TP he'll get. Lurkki actually seemed to have a pretty similar build to that, except with the one bleed. And then Johto's build, actually, I mean, let's see, is a tiny bit of speed. Actually, I ended up scrapping and went for blue portal. I see the
Has the double bleed.
The orb in there is actually going for the spirit drone part.
I'm kind of question marking Water's choice to not get any bleed at all.
Yeah, maybe just doesn't value it.
Because, I mean, with the turrets, 1.0 proc coefficient, even literally, like, just your NG's primary, I think that's another thing people kind of sleep on. Even though it is, like, annoying and not the best, it still, like, isn't bad at all for stacking bleed. And they have a syringe, they have a Mocha, that's a pretty good amount of attack speed already. It's really good single target, getting that bleed up. Whereas the only damage that Water has is what? Just the attack speed. There's nothing else.
Yeah. All four now on this.
The gas, I guess.
On the TP as we see Lurkki, the last one to get to it. Wally's been playing it pretty slow for the teleport, right? It's only at 61. Doesn't even have 99% on the TP yet. But does have one dude Strider down, one to go. Problem, H0sting curse, right? Waterholic as well at 95. Almost gets whacked by those golems. And turning back to try and turn on one of the turrets actually almost dies. Look at those orbs, like 1 pixel away. Oh my god. Oof. Manages to hold on though.
So he's just not dying during this fight. That's it.
Yeah.
Just don't die. Because, like, this isn't an opportunity where a +5 can outweigh coping this stage, because they don't have the damage to justify that still. Right. So I think Wally, even though they've spent probably about 5 minutes of time trying to get through this TP, like, at least they're not throwing their face into the fight.
Water is really, really close. Ended up taking an oil orb, went down to 20 health, like, is walking right next to these fusion cells with the blind pest shooting at him. Even if the pests miss, even if they miss, right? If they hit the cell, it's death.
Yep. It's looking like Lurkki's pretty comfortable on this boss fight so far. Has a lot of health still.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the curse amounts. In terms of movement speed, as Johto actually almost takes a death from a rat. Lurkki is out of turrets, right? Everything's going to be focused up, but Lurkki still having the gunner drone and the healing drone, right? We just saw the first death, by the way, for Waterholic on the top left. Wasn't sure what happened, but I mean, when you're at 200 curse and don't really have much to heal off of, I mean, it's bound to happen.
No healing drone. Maybe it died, or maybe they didn't pick any up. I'm not sure, but I definitely like the healing drones.
Ooh, you
on
got the
Lurkki and Wally.
We got the corpses enabled on Water. You can see right where he was standing. Was on the rock.
Johto first one to finish the boss, and it is a squid polyp from the TP.
Okay. Went down to 14 health. There's still a blind pest and a golem behind, and a golem up top from the vent that was activated. You can just walk up that slope, by the way. I think a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah, I don't know why they even put the vent there.
There's no purpose.
But yeah,
oh my
this
god,
is a
went
waste
down to
of
7 health.
$30. Oh my god! Don't egg into the golem like that.
And just immediately activates TP.
Yeah, look at that, Lurkki done with the fight. Actually did it really efficiently.
Oh yeah.
What are their items that are different? Not really anything compared to like Wally and Waterholic.
I think it's just
has only one bleed dagger. And just played it aggro. I think he used the egg really well for damage also, which the others I don't think I saw too much of.
Look how often some of these racers are actually using their M1, right? Yes, it's not that good, and I believe the blue portal is not good for the first one. for Johto. Had Johto
looks
gone
like it.
Blue Portal last stage, right, could have been another layer deep at the cost of like 30 seconds. Could have had something really good. But a lot of these racers aren't actually using the M1, the grenades, right? And when you're not
Yeah.
doing that, right, you can still sprint. You can still passively move around. It's not like they have a red whip or something. So it's just free damage that you can get. A lot of it, right? It's a few bits and pieces here and there, but it adds up.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're doing harpoon only challenge or something, which is scary. Because their turrets just die anyways, because
Yeah.
turrets are turrets, you know? AP printer, stage 4. Okay. Wow. Who has scrapped white items? Lurkki does.
Ooh, okay, okay. That's 3.
That's really good. I was scared that... I mean, I think this stage 4 is still going to be scary for all of them. But I think Lurkki's looking the best then. At least being capable, maybe not the time, but being capable to get through this stage efficiently. If they find that printer.
Which is interesting. I mean, Waterholic, the last one, still on this teleport, I think was the second one to activate. Second or third. Actually, might have been last, I take it back. But, right, took that one death. Probably not going to die again, right, at 99%, but with a few more mistakes like that and just lagging behind, I'm not saying, I mean, it's going to have to take a lot more, but there's still a chance, right, for Lurkki to somehow come back, depending on how the future plays out.
I don't think Waterholic found the egg, actually.
Oh!
In the blast shower, and I think I saw where the blast shower was from, and I didn't see another equipment there, so I think they just didn't find the egg, which, again, I think Lurkki did a really good job of using the egg as damage, because it is really good damage.
Yeah. Let's not forget about Wollywog, though, right? Was close to death on stage 4. Still the only one with the ice band. If there's something like, no, you can't place the turret there. Stop trying. No. There's an elder right behind you. You need to go. Oh my god.
Jagged edges of walls combining, not smooth.
Oh wait, there's no elder. Where'd it go? Everyone's gonna have a blazing elder Lemurian. There is a way to make it jump off a cliff. If it does become too much a problem. There's a gas printer that you were
Lurkki
talking
finding
about
the
earlier.
AP printer. Hasn't printed anything though, and has 3 white scraps, so. And there's a scrapper actually on this stage, so.
Well, Johto doesn't
for
like
everyone.
scrappers and just got rid of all mobility. Has
Okay.
0 speed
Cool.
and there's larva everywhere. Yeah, watch this. Watch
Yeah,
this.
that's scary.
You can move a little bit every 30 seconds. You better hope you can just hold on to permanent egg. Oh, jeez.
I mean, this is definitely the time to do some quick scrapping on stage 4.
Yeah.
I mean, you have your turrets as well to take aggro while you're trying to scrap at least a little bit.
Water scrapping. I like that.
Yeah, nice. Hopefully not just green items, might just be focused on Bazaar plays.
Oh, come on. Think about it. I mean,
Get rid of some whites.
bison steak.
You're spending the time, you might as well.
Monster
we go,
tooth
there
you
we
don't
go.
need. You can get rid of... I don't want to get rid of teddy bear because if you have like a void dio, that's just getting rid of safer spaces.
Another bleed dagger on stage 4 as well. Lurkki just got it next to the gas printer.
Oh, wow. Jota's really all-inning on the gas.
I don't hate it.
Well, when you're...
I
hasn't
would've
lost a double bleed
hated
yet,
it
but
less.
Stop
Yeah, I would have hated it less
Stop.
if they scrapped and didn't lose their speed.
Stop it.
'Cause
Okay, you still have the double
No speed
bleed.
NG is scary.
You have 8
Yeah, still
gasoline,
kept
just
it well.
stop. Just stop, please. What are you trying to do? Get rid of the backup mag? It's not going away. It's not... There goes the bleed. The double bleed. Gone.
And now it stops. No,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go actually all in. Okay.
It's...
Maybe
You got
just like a
attack speed?
50-50 play with gas and AP rounds.
I
Potentially.
guess. I would go a little bit more with the AP rounds, honestly. I mean, how much gas? If you have no movement speed,
I'd probably
you
keep,
probably
like,
need a lot of gas.
Maybe 2 or 3 would be pretty good.
Like, how are you gonna kill anything right now? Unless you find like the eggs or a wisp or something. As soon as you get to the moon, it's over. Oh, there's mochas at least.
There's a void band from the void cradle next to the TP. Oh yeah, mocha printer. That's actually really cool. Okay, so yeah, that is Jodo's plan then. Which
Also
I don't hate it,
Die.
but yeah, rough.
Here goes the elder.
We have void band on this stage. The people who didn't get the band will take it. I would think. We'll see though. Really
Void
good
Touched
AoE.
Elder on Waterholic. Waterholic who has, let's see, 1 energy drink, 1 mocha, 1 hoof.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, and Wally
death.
died.
Wally death. Yep, I just...
I think it might have been larva flying around potentially.
I'm not sure. It was a
I
midair
wasn't quite
death.
sure. I just saw the flash.
Yeah.
And now hitting the TP. Hasn't printed any AP rounds.
Oh, I hate this
Before.
TP spot. Yeah, it took a death, and it's probably just thinking I gotta go fast and make sure all the enemies are dead, and I charged 99% right beforehand. I mean... with all these, like, not so good items, with that mocha printer right there, with the AP printer around...
Jodo with another death. Gun on Lurkki. On Siren's Call.
Ooh.
So, guaranteed cores. We'll see a red item, I would assume. I would assume Lurkki's just going to go for the AWU shot.
You gotta go for it. I mean, what else do you want? Cores on stage 5? 3 mountain shrine, or like a mountain shrine on stage 5 into a overloading worm for a turf? I mean, what's that gonna do for you?
Yeah.
When you can have a 4% chance or so of just straight up going giga speed and winning the run outright, and then another like 10 or so % chance of just getting something else really good. And you get the cores, right? Which coincide with the turrets. All right, Jodo's
taking a few deaths.
Yeah.
Wally getting harassed by this blazing elder still. I wonder if they actually know the cave spot to just walk through and have the elders most likely jump off. Because
if they don't jump off
something
either,
to employ.
As death number 2 happens midair for Waterholic.
Wally almost dead as well.
Yeah.
And with the ground attacks from the Solus, it could be pretty scary getting through this for anyone, unless they got speed.
Which they have access to the speed with the Mocha Printer, right?
Yeah.
We see Jodo with 6 Mochas, but I mean, right, lost everything else, lost the bleed, lost the movements. Well, right, has the speed, but
honestly, other than the stage 1, I'm really liking how Lurkki's playing this. Like, other than the stage 1, it was rough, but
I think it's just like a reality check of this is Enchi. You gotta play
Yeah.
it like Enchi. And
yeah,
right, we were
can't
talking
push things
about
too quick.
this being impossible. There were multiple solutions you can do, and it's taken a bit more of a slow approach. I would have liked to have seen the worship unit be killed before activating TP. I guess you could do it mid TP, but whatever you're gonna get from that, the cores are gonna do a lot of damage for you, and
A lot of aggro taken away.
yeah.
And whatever red, like, it'll help, I'm sure. Surely it's not Aegis.
Oh, of course. No way. 0% chance. Yeah, we actually see Lurkki looking for the eggs now.
Look at that. Water got shot by the Blazing Elder and used the Blast Shower to get rid of the fire.
What?
Smart.
When do
Actually
people do
using
that?
Blast Shower for its intended decision.
That's illegal. The only reason why you get blast showers is so you can get bans back, right? I thought it was just extra bans. Okay, that's cool. Or like, if you're about to get frozen by the glacial orbs, you can just like delete those, or right. There's a lot of things that blast shower can do. Oh, God,
Yeah, I can delete the Solus control ground attacks.
Rookie just getting harassed by these larvae. Takes a hit and goes down to stealth kit range and just shoots. No, just shoots one of the bosses dead.
Oh
man.
No. Like, you would have got cores anyways. I think right when you see Siren's Call and and there's cores from the TP drop too. Oh, that's so sad. Wally just getting them now.
But
and Water getting the AWU shot now. Yeah, like right when you're on Sirens and you have a gun, you gotta automatically just break all the eggs and shoot AWU. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
That should be your first instinct.
There we go. Waterholic also
We'll
getting
see what red we get.
I swear, if it's drone parts.
That'd be wild.
No, it's not.
No, it's
the raincoat.
Oh.
The Benjamin's raincoat. There it is.
Better Aegis, I guess.
Yeah. Aegis Plus. Aegis 2.
Yeah.
But at least you know now, right? And
and Wally
walked right into that.
5.
Yeah. And a
After
death
the TP's done too.
Lurkki gets death number 6. You know, it's kind of funny, in the sense that Lurkki actually shot the boss in a sick twisted turn of events. It's actually kind of better, right? Ben's Raincoat, it's okay, I guess, but it's -1 boss that Lurkki has to think about in the moment. It's not the right choice, but it's the helpful choice in the moment.
Yeah, like hindsight, it's good, but the mentality should be just getting rid of AoE when you have a gun.
It was a lucky mistake, we'll call it that.
Yeah. Because you never know what that one's going to be.
Oh my god,
with
the
another
Fire
+5.
Elder. Yeah, just perfectly shot.
I think this is the second death from just the Fire Elder.
Yeah, you just gotta throw it off a cliff. Just get it off. I do it like every single chance I get on stream. I know I haven't played the game that much, but for this to be the hosting league and a lot of people to be viewers in my chat from time to time, surely they should know about it.
And the cave is right under the TP too. Like you just hop right down, wait for him to come through. Here we go. I think Wally's going through now. Just gonna.
Stuck in the fire trail.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah.
Just wanna.
Classic. All right.
I hope the other.
So how many? That's 4 for Wally. We have 6 on Lurkki, 2 on Water. Water's still looking the best so far.
Water's chilling, but hasn't activated TP yet. Right. So we'll see how many are there after.
Second place is still up in the air though. We thought Wally had it locked in, but
I think it's still anyone's
run into trouble.
Right. Water could die. Wally's got 4. 14 deaths for Johto. I think it's pretty safe to say Johto is gonna get 4th on this one. Right, mental's just gone. It's just all right. I'm messing around, having a good time at this point.
Yeah.
For Lurkki,
I'm happy though you can come back even with the last place on the first loadout. I think we saw Corny do that actually.
Yeah, came in 4th place, and then just shot back out and loadout 2. And it was NG as well, right? So we've seen that story before. We can see it happen again. Just needs to focus up. Needs to just what do they say? Lock in? Is that the term right now?
Yeah, we're locking in.
Needs to just lock in right there, and we'll be okay. There's actually a blue portal for Wally. Wally's just gonna get the garbage. We'll actually see what those items are though. Johto going for the AP round printer. I would like to see every single racer do that.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, they need mochas and they need AP rounds.
Like even Water right now should have just. I mean, they spent a lot of time before the TP anyways. I don't know why they didn't just try to get some APs going, make this boss a lot easier.
Yeah, and I mean, I would say this is probably the toughest boss you can get on stage 4 because just all the extra enemies that come out from it.
Yeah,
but Water
the
actually
probes are honestly pretty oppressive.
I don't think Water's a waterholic. Look at all that gasoline. 6 of them. Decided to go for that instead.
Chugging on gas.
Yeah. Hydrating on something. And I didn't see that the item wasn't Lurkki.
It was a rejuve and infusion, and I believe that's the first bazaar.
Yeah.
So we'll see what Johto finds. I'm pretty sure they hit the newts. Did they? Actually, don't know.
Did not hit it. Well.
Okay.
You can lose.
I mean, like, if you're going to hit it once, you might as well hit it second time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Especially with all this struggle.
Geez. This is one of those loadouts. This is one of those runs where it's like, who's going to mess up the least? And in that, right, try to squeak by with a win. And, I mean, so far, again, it's Waterholic, who hasn't died at all during this TP event, is playing it kind of safe with these. Oh, it's going to die. No. No caster curse. Bad. Okay. It's just trying to get the TP charged. Oh, there's 2 of
double
them.
Void Seed stage 5.
There's a Zai
and
construct, yes.
Nice, yeah. A beautiful, awesome enemy.
It'd be really
Wally
cool.
getting the gun now. Gonna get his brain coat.
Oh, there was a bleed dagger on stage 4. If you just do wall turrets and had like all 3 bleed daggers, that'd be really good.
And use your primary attack to bleed up.
That'd be decent enough. Oh, going right for TP is Johto. There's a Void Seed in there, so it's like, oh,
yeah, the Void Seed strat.
Stay in there. But there's a Zai construct, so there's going to be 3 Zais at least from the pre-spawn and the other 2. At least 2. Might be a third from how late it is at this point. Are we at 40 minutes real time?
At least one of them is inside the Void Seed, so that's good.
Yeah. And even if it gets infested, as long as it's still in there, it'll still take damage. It's once it leaves
Yeah.
and goes back in.
1 down. 2 to go. 1 to go? Oh, well, I guess 2 because
Yeah.
of the pre-spawn one as well.
There's probably going to be some scary other post spawns as well. And
Vase on Lurkki?
there's also
Or
a
a try
recycler,
shot?
though. I don't know, man. I mean,
You're stage 5. And the egg by itself isn't a pillar skip anyways.
that's fair. I'm just thinking, like, with how a lot of these racers have been playing, right? With not the, like, best of a solution with what they have. I think a little bit of reroll and trying to get, like, a tiny bit of proc chain going or something would be good. And in Lurkki's case, he found the ice band. I think also got that same ice band. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe see if you can get yourself some royal capacitor, if there's other equipments. Nope, that's death 15 for Jodo. And speaking of more relevant deaths, Water's actually about to die. 96% doesn't want to have that death happen.
No Blazing Elder. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, there's a larva right behind. And it's also going to be a question,
Well-
right? Has the blue portal... Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
I hate that so much. Right? You're supposed to, like, try...
Water
and-
just in sync.
So if the larva starts going down, the second it stops moving up, it will be stuck in that trajectory. It's not going to chase you anymore. So in that, you got to, like, turn right if you're not, like... I don't know if it was velocity locked or something like that, but...
Yeah, do those tight little circles
Yeah,
to try to avoid it. I think Wally printed some AP rounds, which is good.
I like that. Yeah, look at
Going
that.
into
5
the
of those.
newt.
Is that 4 deaths? And thankfully with that, you know, death from water, right? Only 5 minutes behind sees the super massive rejuve rack.
Oh, yeah.
And Void Gup taking 80% of the TP zone. It's about to infest everything on Jodo's screen.
There's also a Somerang on stage 5.
Oh,
I
I
think
want
Lurkki thought about grabbing it and then took the vase, but for the TP, I think you just grab the Somerang and use them up.
Yeah. I mean, like, we can think
Somerang's
about pillars
amazing
later.
for
If you
TPs.
just have drones, right, you have the empty cores. I almost feel like
Yep.
you want to try to just have some sort of damage. If it's going to be +5 tech, so be it. I mean, it gets Mithrix. If you have 5 AP rounds, you've got a band, you got something, and you can just wall turret or was it ramp turret on Mithrix?
Yep. And they probably won't die.
Yeah, at least for phase 1, it'd be good.
Yeah. And they have the bleed, which is really good for damage. I mean, you should just take the vase to the moon.
I think water just
There's
found
no
the
reason to do
AP
pillars.
printer. Got rid of all the gasoline. I like that.
Hopefully they get at least like 2 back.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't
See
think it
that.
needs 6.
No. That was a good solution for the stage 4 though.
Yeah, and
Getting
hold
all
on
those
to this,
gases.
teddy bears is also going to be good, right? If you have 20 void enemy, monsters remaining, right? Double void seed. I don't think we've seen too much inside. If there's like any void cradles, it could just be a bunch of stocks, and I'm going to be in a lot of pain. But right, if there is that larva, if you do get that void dio, there's easy safer
Yeah.
spaces guaranteed right there. I think the left side of the screen has been thinking about that. Yeah, let's go back for a little bit of gas. We'll see if it's going to be 2 or 3. Goes for 3. It's actually staying. Might go for... No? Okay. 6 at 3. Jodo has more deaths than there were original colonies. No, that's bad. At 20 deaths, come on, help me out, Cap.
I don't
What's
know.
a relevant 20? I've got nothing.
No. Nothing. Void touched Z construct on Jodo now, which is
Oh,
fun.
there we go. Classic bull run.
And I think don't they have like a 3.0 proc coefficient or something on that laser? I thought that it was like really high.
Man, I don't know. I just remember one
I think I
time
remember someone
I was
saying that.
railgunner halfway across the map, and I got Xy lasered. Like, it was shooting at a gunner turret, and the gunner turret went out of view, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get the shot at it. I shot it, so it's like, oh, new target. Snipes me from a million miles away, and I try to run back. I get like 15 void touch,
Yeah.
and that was with a Ben's raincoat,
Stack
so
it
it was
up.
like 16, just from like half of a laser. And that's how I lost one of my streaks. I think it was like a 14 or something.
Water only getting 3 AP rounds, but got a lot of Mogas.
It's not a
Not
terrible
too
play.
bad.
I don't think Water had the most amount of movement speed walking into that. Right, had just one energy drink, one goat hoof, and then I think like one mocha from that. It's gonna see the terrible portal. Everyone saw this one. I was gonna take the time to say
Yeah.
man,
And
just
still standing there. The,
yeah.
the time moves inside of the Czar with this mod, so okay.
you lose by 5 seconds. Water. There you go. We'll talk about that first. Cope time, yeah, cope time indeed. But the good thing for everyone except for Johto, they've got double empathy core. So if you just find random drones and have them not die, which is kind of hard to do, at the very least you have your turrets, which is buffing them.
Yeah, I mean they can kind of just carry the fight for you if like you really need to.
Yeah, look how many drones actually Wally has. Took a bunch of random gunner turrets, and just from their existence being alive, right? They're stupid, they're dumb. But as long as nothing spawns near them, if you just buy gunner turrets that are like halfway across the map and run away, you'll probably still get the damage buff from that.
And they spawn where you, kind of like where you spawn, so you just run to the opposite side and nothing is gonna spawn near them because everything's gonna spawn near you. So yeah, good core damage. Looks like Johto's gonna clear out this void seed, which this void seed's gonna take so long to clear out.
But you have to do it.
So
If you don't clear this out, I mean, it's going to be a 2-hour Mythics fight. I mean, Johto doesn't even care
I mean,
about
with
deaths anymore.
the
right
limited
now.
items
It's
on Johto, yeah, I agree.
just about keeping mental, and at some point, right, knows that he's going to be pulled out when the time's up. Which isn't really something or an attitude you want to have, knowing that this is going to be your last race if you don't win. But, you know, there's still 2 loadouts, so you can try and lock in and focus up for the other 2 and just try and not think too much right now.
Spaces on Lurkki from above the TP,
Oh,
outside of the void seeds, and is out with the base. Actually, I mean, Lurkki has a chance of getting second place here. Wally 10
would say
minutes
first.
behind
Chance of
Lurkki
first.
or ahead of Lurkki right now. Chance of first? I mean, maybe. We'll see how Water does.
I mean, with how many times these racers have been dying, right? 2 deaths from Water on stage 4. I think 1 from 3. If not, it was all on stage 4.
Yeah.
Right. And while the build is good and very capable, I think, right, it's only a 3 death gap, right? For someone like Johto, right? I think there's no chance. But I mean, a few deaths can happen. It just takes 3. And just 2 for Wally, right? And for both of these racers, I mean,
Yeah.
Waterholic hasn't even gone through stage 5 TP, right? Hasn't dealt with a double Zai construct. We don't know what's gonna happen. Wally.
Also,
right?
Lurkki didn't bother to invest any time in the void seeds, which,
Yeah.
like, yeah, there could be good things in the void seeds, but
With the saber
even if there
spaces-
are, or
yeah.
if there's not, like, you're saving a lot of real time just by not clearing every single enemy out like Johto is.
Is that
Johto
a
now spending
shuriken
like
suit?
5 minutes. I think it might have been. It kind of looked like it, but I'm not
So
sure.
Rejuve, Wake of Vulture.
Mm,
Yeah, that's got to be Shuriken.
yeah, it is Shuriken.
Yeah, Shuri.
I mean, I would grab one.
At least one, yeah. Get that band proc.
Like, they don't have any white scrap, but I think I would still just go for one.
Oh, Summoning
Like,
at
what
a
do you
chance
lose?
shrine. That'd be good for activating TP for Waterholic. You just have Summoning for the time being. Yeah, it goes in.
Lurkki doing it.
Loses
Nice.
2 wraps, so phase 2 going to be a little tough, but whatever. You've got drones, you got cores. Oh wait, that's got
Getting
to be
the
Desk Plane
reject.
up top.
All right.
I swore I saw an ICBM upstairs. Oh wait, I mean what missile? That's right. Oh, your harpoons.
Harpoons.
Yeah.
It was probably not.
Yeah, it's got to be
ICBM.
IDP. Not in a million years would I take the Rejuve over that. Wait, do your turrets spawn at full health if you have Rejuve?
They shouldn't? Should they? Is that a thing?
No, they shouldn't. There's no way. Because it's not a healing thing when they spawn in, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
should still be at 50.
But with that Bungus, able to kind of get a little bit from that. Not terrible.
Yep.
The rejuve that refused to go away.
Yeah. Showed up a couple times.
5 deaths now for Wollywog. Took death 5. Is only 1 death away from catching up to Lurkki. Lurkki, who has double bleed. Not triple, but still enough.
And even if Wally doesn't die, like if Wally just gets baited by this Void Seed, then that's probably gonna be the time difference there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mithrix is
Lurkki already,
fast.
yeah, so far ahead. Has the damage.
Water Howlick hasn't activated TP yet. Right, it's trying to. I don't know if trying to clear out this Void Seed first. Right, only 9 enemies remaining. But it's just been taking a lot of lazy hits. Right, it's really endurance based. How much time it takes and just focusing in for so long. Right, you start to get a little bit sloppy if you keep going. Right.
All these mushroom are just gonna kill this turret for
Yeah.
water.
I think it was just using that turret for healing.
Yeah. And this is why mobile turrets are just better for gauntlet races. You can see Lurkki just chilling, kind of just waiting for Mithrix to run to the turrets. Turrets will do the damage and repeat.
You said mobile turrets are better?
Sorry, stationaries are better, not mobile. Mobile are probably. Oh, they're so useless. It
I mean,
takes
I'd rather
a lot
have
to get them going.
I would
for
rather
gauntlet.
have the harpoons with mobile than I would have stationary with bubble shield.
Maybe.
It's just a range issue for me. Like if you have the Zai constructs or something and they fly
Yeah.
a million miles away, you just can't deal with them.
Yeah, a very cool enemy that deserves to be in Risk of Rain too.
Oh yeah, I
True.
love them. They totally weren't just a rushed product of what's that term for people? Apathy? Apathetic developers? I just wanted to be done with it.
Yeah, get
So,
it over with.
here's
Sell the
a-
IP. Peace out.
Yeah.
Later, guys.
Here, have the Zai construct as our parting gift.
Also, here's Voidling.
Oh yeah, really cool. I mean, despite all that,
Nope.
still a better DLC than what a lot of games get anyway.
Yeah, no, we still got so much good. Like,
Yeah.
it is still definitely a good
Needle
thing
tick.
to get the DLC.
Needle tick on
Nice.
Johto with 24 deaths, but did clear the Void Seed.
Inside that
Alright.
Void Seed that took 7 minutes to clear.
Yeah, we'll get to see what some of the items are from Johto. So thanks, Johto, for that. Can we get a few thank yous in chat?
Wally not getting baited by the seed. Okay. And now we're actually maybe even passing up water here. If water's not. Water's, yeah, it's just going to clear the
Yeah.
entire Void Seed before starting TP.
In this funny situation where Lurkki took 5 deaths on stage 1, right? Has
Yeah.
only taken 1 death since. Has kind of locked in, played it slow. And I mean, we were talking about how do you even come back? Maybe fight for second, fight for third, not knowing about what's going on with Johto, right? That's not even the case. It's can I get first? And then already on phase 3, right? Is only 1 death behind Wally. Now we're gonna see Pizza here soon, and these turrets will die a lot from Pizza as Mithrix is gonna run towards them. Right, there goes the shockwave to remove the spaces as Mithrix launches himself into the air. You can't even see the Pizza slice. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, standing right on top of them. There we go. I wonder if Lurkki's waiting for the next iteration of Pizza to place those 2 turrets down. Oh. Yeah. Lost Lurkki for a moment. Oh, Wally doesn't have Ace. He's gonna have to post skip. But needs to be careful because that Wisp is gonna shoot. Yeah, okay. Pizza number 2 for Lurkki.
All right.
Makes it through.
I guess Wally could do the hybrid host skip and using egg and stuff. Not too bad.
spaces discovered the other spaces up 2 found on Waterholic before activating TP. Has 141 curts at 3 deaths. Right, decent amount of time.
Probably will die again.
With 1 death, though,
On
it takes
stage
you to
5.
75. Give a 10-minute buffer? I mean, it still has to activate TP and knows about where the base is. We'll see if Lurkki can do this deathless, though. Oh. Okay, there we go. Turrets are far away enough for where Pizza's at. That's actually really good. If you could have Mithrix a little bit far from the turrets, but have the turrets in line of sight during Pizza, look at that bleed build up. Right? It was like at 30-something, 20-something for a little bit. Wally actually going for the rejuve. And is getting set up for a host skip. Yeah, everyone's got it. And Waterholic found out what the boss is, says... Why? Oh, if you type in say and then the message, it pops up on screen and you don't want to say time.
So we
That's
can actually
tech.
kind of read it a little bit.
That's tech right there. Debug toolkit technology. Phase 4 now for...
Jodo and Wally synced up.
Oh yeah, look at that. The only thing separating them right now is 19 deaths. We'll see if both of them get it. Looks pretty solid. Jodo used the feather midway down. I don't know if that was just to slow the fall so it doesn't like go too high or something, but... Oh. Egged.
Wally in.
Wally's in and Jodo got scared from the wisps. Not sure what happened. Was looking like was gonna be it. Maybe just a misclick or something.
Lurkki about to finish up at a. It'll probably be like a 88 once completely done. Maybe like 89 at this point. But I mean, Water's looking like they're struggling on stage 5 still at 72. But
And
actually
Wally,
using the saw, I like this from Water. Using the saw for the teleporter boss
oh yeah, it's gonna
makes
make
it so much easier. Such a good damage equipment.
What we see for Wally has 3 gunner turrets that are gonna stay alive. More damage on the probes. Has 3 bleed instead of just 2 that Lurkki had. Also has 5 AP rounds over just 3. So the damage is definitely there for Wally. If Wally just doesn't die, there's a chance.
For sure.
We'll see. I don't think there was any good portals. As we see
Wally needs to
Lurkki.
stop taking the aggro away from the turrets though. And I don't know why not just put both of them under the ramp. They put one of them under the ramp, but not the second. I don't know.
I guess just in case Mithrix like goes too far, maybe the idea is if a shockwave happens, both of them don't die. But
Yeah.
Still good enough. Still doing something. Just trying to get those nades in. And... Oh no. Yeah, you want Mithrix way closer than that.
So for at least for second place, Wally needs to finish in like 5 minutes. Which maybe it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
I think it's really just about using the turrets and not taking aggro and keeping Mithrix in the center of the arena like Wally has been doing.
Yeah, if
Because that's
Wally
just not good damage.
if Wally
They're not
plays
using
this
the bleed.
out just the same way that Lurkki played it out, I think we would see Wally beating Lurkki. Right, Lurkki who did it deathless, which well done again for Lurkki. Right, at 6 deaths, only took 1 death. I believe was it on stage 4? Yeah, and then had 5 deaths in stage 1. Right, a stage that the only other person that died a bunch was Jodo, and well, you can see the 2 paths. Right, you can either give up like Jodo at some point, or lock in like Lurkki, which we saw from Lurkki, and Lurkki again we'll go ahead and get that final time once it pops up on screen. 88.53.
I think Lurkki's getting top 2 here.
88.53 for Lurkki. Well done.
Water completely unable to charge this TP with the Blazing Elder and multiple Gup. spawning
my
in.
god. Yeah.
So
Water does
see
have
how
the
they
least
handle
amount of
this.
deaths.
Yeah, still hasn't
So-
died during this stage, I don't believe.
Needs to not die, right? If you die once if you're water, it's looking like you're not going to be able to get in first very easily, right? You'll have maybe like 9 minutes once it's all done, maybe 8. And then you've got the
Yep.
ship charge for it takes a whole minute, getting to the ship, getting to the Mithrix fight, and there's a death. Just everything conglomerating all at once, like 50 mushroom projectiles, a few shungite shots, elder shots, Gulp is activating, everything just decimated. Water. Water now at 4 deaths, 80 minutes, only has 9 to catch up. Wally, who only has 4 minutes to get through 2 phases, maybe 3 minutes to finish the fight as a whole. There's a good chance Lurkki, as I was saying earlier, could get in first.
Yep. I mean, this is why you, like, even though you have a really bad stage 1, you can't just assume that you're going to get 3rd or 4th.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think Lurkki was going to get first here at the beginning, but I mean, the further and further the run went, they just played it better than everyone.
Yeah, well done. We'll go ahead and actually get Lurkki in here now. I think he's going to be pretty surprised to hear what's going on.
Yeah.
Lurkki, welcome in.
Yo.
Yo, hello.
So, 88.53. Not exactly the most proud first place, but it could be. Wollywog has only about 1 minute to get onto the ship.
Don't tell me I'm gonna be first.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, Wally's got 1 minute. And then Waterholic's
way.
got like 7, but still needs to do an entire TP event. And there's like a glacial gulp inside.
Yeah.
So
I think it's almost solidified that you just get first here. So I mean, like, the stage 1 was rough. The stage one was really rough. But the later the run progressed, like, you just played it good. You played it really consistent.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I was thinking there. Like, I think the problem, I think I just started too early as well, and like,
Yeah.
Beetle Queen like straight up killed it. I was like, okay, this is pretty bad. But
yeah,
I
it was a
think I
gamble.
realized later on that I wasn't actually firing my harpoons.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
was I
really?
doing?
Really, you weren't shooting
I
those?
Yeah, I noticed on stage 3 that, okay, I can't
Oh my
sprint
God.
here, otherwise it gets cancelled.
A lot of people were just
I think
forgetting
that
to
was
use.
a big problem.
A lot of people were just forgetting to use the grenades, but I haven't heard that one yet for the harpoons. I wasn't really paying attention to that. I'll have to look back on that though.
Yeah, other than that, should have been like one of the meal, like 40-minute run.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you played it really well. Like, I'm happy you kept your mental up and didn't just kind of forfeit once you got out of that stage 1. You really did play it
Yeah,
extremely well
I
after
thought
that.
like, okay, I thought I could like get third at that point, but I thought, okay, well, just get third, then like,
Yeah, it was.
come back later.
It was interesting. Both you and Johto died 5 times in stage 1. The way that both you and Johto reacted to that were very different. Johto tried to hold on for a little bit, and then like once stage 4 happened, it's like, no, this isn't happening. Just kind of gave up in a way. And is
Right,
that
yeah, I mean, the loot
20...
wasn't bad. We had plenty good printers and whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
stage
I
4
just
bailed
want
you
to
guys
take a moment to say that Waterholic, having taken that death at 88 minutes,
Yep.
Wollywog tied with that amount. Congratulations. There is no way you do not get first place.
Yeah.
Thanks,
GG.
I'm amazed.
And, is
I think that's the thing that people don't really recognize much is the mental that you actually need to do these races. Even if you do get like really, really, really screwed over on stage 1, and still being able to get through that and put up a good time. Good job.
Thank you.
Water's still
Why
having...
still not using wall tech? I don't understand why they're putting it on rocks. And on the rock that the shockwave goes up. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Why did Mithrix decide to, like, stand still for 2 seconds before the pizza on that? Was there, like, a target
He was
that died?
aggroed on the turret, and then the turret died to
Okay.
the shockwave. Yeah.
Real time, very close between Johto and Wally. Look at the double void band. Oh, took a death for Johto. Well, deaths just mean you get your void band back. It's better DPS. Now at 25, soon to be 26 deaths. Wollywog right, needs to finish within a few minutes in order to be able to deny bonus points. Can definitely do it. Right, with Mithrix almost dead. Just kind of chilling, dealing with these probes. But the probes are doing decent damage. I feel like had, again, Wally just played a little bit more like Lurkki did. Right, would have been able to get first, but...
Yeah, using the turrets during the Mithrix fight. I really don't understand the turret usage that Wally's doing during this fight. Again, putting it on the same rock that it instantly died at last time.
Yeah, there goes.
Yeah, I realized at one point that okay, these scores are pulling away the aggro, so I'll just go close and place the gun because it has safer spaces.
Yeah, Wally really isn't actually doing any damage at all right now. Okay, finally goes for the ramp, but again, what you did, Lurkki, by trying to get Mithrix to be kind of far away from the turrets, but close enough so that they're in range. Right, Wally is running away, actively running from the turrets. Thankfully, I think... Nope, not in range. Running out of time. Tension's building up for Wally. Again, only down, let's see, bonus point kicks in at, would be 93 minutes? Yeah, it needs like 1 minute to do this, right here, right now. And goes to the rock. Places the turret down before pizza.
Yeah.
Mithrix is on top of the rock, and it dies.
And there it goes. Yeah.
Oh, it's close. 4 digits. Down to 3 almost. Not really any way you can phase 4 skip. You don't have Shuriken. I think a Shuriken might have been able to help. Wally had 5 AP rounds. As we remember. Water letting us know how much he loves Engie. And phase 4 is now in place.
Don't die to cores. Actually, still synced up with Johto. They were synced up during the pillar skip, and now...
Oh my god, yeah,
like,
look at
same
that.
exact thing.
There we go.
Cool to see.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be double core. It's gonna be a little terrifying. There was no fire band. But here comes the bleed now for Wally. Again, cannot take a death here. Actually, still might be able to deny points. Gets the ice band. It's gonna do a decent amount. Oh, Johto's got the void band treatment there.
Water on the moon now. I mean, if Wally dies, maybe Water has a chance to come back for a second, but I think it might take 2 deaths from Wally to
Wally
get Water back in action here.
Wally actually might have been able to pull off a denial of bonus points, but isn't going to be able to now because that phase 4 just took so long. If it was just like one less phase 3, right? 93 minutes has to be there by, or finish up by.
Ooh, look at Johto. What a gamer.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh no, come on.
Yeah,
That's
no,
it.
let go. There you go. There you go. And let's actually see. So which one is faster? We have Wally taking the portal and Johto taking the egg strat. It's actually really close, but I think the egg strat is just faster. Oh, but now Wally uses the egg and takes the lead. Okay.
Well, you gotta think of it this way. Who has more movement speed, right? Johto has none.
Yeah, true. That's the Mochas. I don't know how many though, because I think the UI is smaller.
Yeah. I don't know. But that's gonna be...
But yeah, I think Wally does still have more. Yeah. Cool little comparison.
It's gonna be up to Water not to tilt. Oh, we get to see what that red item is. It's Reju. Is that Happy Mask? Oh, it's Happy Mask. Okay. Yeah, I go with that. Water, like, fully prepped for soup. Only to see Rejuvac is the best option. Here we go. Let's get a look through the corner, not see anything, and here comes Sadness.
Oh yeah, Lurkki, there was one thing where you got the gun on stage 4. Was there a reason you didn't just go for AWU right away?
Yeah, I was just scared, basically. Like, I was thinking about that, but not that, okay.
Just more safety for the TP kind of thing.
This guy is gonna kill me, so I'll just kill him instead of +5.
Yeah.
Even if like the rev is good, it's not worth 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I get that, honestly.
But
I mean, it
later
was
I
a struggle
realized
then.
that taking the aggro was like completely unneeded. My death there was basically like walking right into between the gun and the teams.
Yeah, well, it's just a Ben's raincoat,
I
so you didn't
got
miss
it.
out on much.
Okay.
And essentially a photo finish in real time. We get the times for both racers there. It's going to be a 94:31, so off by about, I would say, 40 seconds from denying bonus point. And then for Jodo, well, I mean, if Waterholic dies 10 times, 20 times, how many times would it take to do 100 minutes? I guess like 16 deaths. Could maybe see. No, it's gonna be way more than that. It needs like 20 deaths for a point there. But we'll see what happens. Maybe Water just completely gives up. This is a test of fortitude, a test of
Looking a
mental
little too
strength.
far right here. Okay.
And both Wally and Jodo want to be moved into the booth. Who do we want to get in first? Let's throw in Wally. And we'll get Jodo later. So we don't have people speaking over. Wally.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes. Welcome
What
in.
up?
Hey.
So
What a rough seed, huh?
it had some good stuff in it. Had a lot of bleed, had movement speed, had AoE. Spaces came in at stage 5, but it's pretty tough in terms of dealing with stage 4 over at Siren's Call, dealing with the Beetle Queen right out the gate. You were
Being
only
NG.
one of 2 racers to not have that happen.
+5 at Beetle Queen.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
both Jodo and Lurkki died 5 times. So
To the Beetle Queen. Wow.
yes. Unfortunately, though, from taking a little bit more time, even with 6 deaths, Lurkki was able to get in first place and by a little bit get a bonus point. But you did deny the other one, so well done on that.
Cool.
You are in second place.
Nice. Yeah, Sirens was really rough. I'm sure you saw. And then the double void seed stage 5, especially with NG, you just kind of don't have very much control and have to. It's like managing the chaos of a stage, you know.
Yeah, there was the Zai construct, the pre-spawn, and then 2 others that popped in. Your option there, or your decision, was just to immediately activate TP, right? No, wait, no, that was I think that was Jodo. Tell us a little bit about the decision making on stage 5.
Yeah, so I mean, I spawned pretty far away from both the void seeds and the teleporter, and so I spent a minute just kind of slowly approaching, seeing if there's any obvious tri-shops that would be helpful. And then I spotted a pre-spawn Zai, and then I heard a pre-spawn Solus unit die,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I assumed that was within the void seed. And so I tried to kill the Zai construct because I usually try to do that, but then it got bullrugged. So then I just hit TP and was like, well, I guess I'm gonna walk around the stage and see what happens with.
Yeah, you played it
with
pretty
everything.
well. Didn't take what, did you die 1 time from that?
I don't think I died to stage. Oh, I did like right at the beginning of TP. I think maybe once.
But that was it. Aside
the
from that, all the
void
deaths
shield.
were stage 4.
The Void Chi on stage 5 was actually very helpful. Like it just took the whole aggro of the TP boss, so I could just 99 it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if you got 2 Zai bosses, but my bullrugged
Yeah, it was
pre-spawn
2.
and my second Zai construct from the telly just fought each other basically to death,
Yeah.
which was really nice.
Yeah, I mean,
But
Void's
I
good
was-
back. All right.
I was really conflicted if I didn't find the spaces, what I would have done, because there's not quite enough movement and egg to pillar skip on its own.
Yeah, there was a
pillars-
vase on stage 5 that you missed.
Oh.
In addition, you ended up what was it? Yeah, safer
Yeah, the
spaces.
vase
There was a
was
safer
downstairs.
spaces right above TP on top of the one void seed. So there were 2 different spaces you can get that stage. One involved not clearing seed, which I think you got. think it was Waterholic and Jodo that actually cleared him. Speaking of Jodo, Jodo finished the same time you did in real time. As for deaths, had about 110 minutes more, so well done on that.
Oh.
We'll actually go ahead and bring in Jodo and see kind of a different perspective on how this run went. Jodo, welcome in.
Hello.
So, in terms of real time, you were pretty much the second one to finish, or third by like a second. So, congratulations on that. Tell us
How'd
about
I
the run.
do? You know, it's engineer. It's like, yeah, that was just the 5+5s on stage 1 messed me up mentally for the rest of the run. So.
Yeah, it was tough. Both you and Lurkki took 5 deaths on stage 1. Lurkki actually was
Yeah.
able to overcome and ended up getting in first with just getting
Good
a bonus
stuff,
point.
Thanks.
But yeah, there was some other things if you want to talk about the run as a whole. I know you were trying to go for some. Was it Newt? I think everyone took.
Yeah,
one
I went to
Newt.
Newt, and then I forgot to hit the blue portal on stage 4, and then yeah.
We were thinking like, because that's a good idea, right? You get in a bad spot and you're like, okay, what can I do to try and get myself out of this? And you know, all it takes is that 4% drone parts and you instantly win as NG, right? So it was really smart, a really good play. Unfortunately, right, forgot that. Everyone else went in and saw the majestic rejuve frag, which everyone ended up taking at least one on the moon once they got to moon soups. What was it? Double rejuve on water right now on screen? Massive.
I made a big mistake not taking Slug to stage 1 because there was not much else, and I just kept reviving the same healing drone the whole time.
It was
I actually
interesting.
think
I
it
think
would've
there
been-
was a slug on stage 2, but you had to give up bleed for it.
Oh, maybe.
But yeah, that drone, and then you also had the harvester's scythe. I didn't think it was the worst idea in the world, but slug is good to have early on. You never know when the healing train's gonna stop. It's kind of hard finding like that right balance because you never know when you're gonna never get healing again. You never know when you're gonna never get speed again or damage, right? It's trying to
Yeah.
gamble and which one that you want. It was the gasoline
stage 4
try shot
printers
that's
that were there. The stage 4 printers were really good though, like the gas mocha and AP round. printer.
Yeah, tell us a little bit, Jodo, on your.
That
I mean,
full
scrap
like that
too.
first, yeah. I went all in on the gas because I didn't see the scrapper at all. I don't think I would have even had time to scrap with everything that was around me.
That's what we
Gotta-
assumed. You just didn't find the scrapper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and
then-
also
Yeah.
I was already coping off of the pre-spawns.
I mean,
Actually,
you
blind
had 2
printed one
bleed
AP,
still.
but
You
then
had
I
some.
saw-
Sorry, you had some movement speed, some bleed. What was your decision for like? Yeah, I am doing this. It is all in.
It's just larva and jellyfish being on the stage with like vultures, elder lemurians. It's mainly the big enemies. You can proc the gas off the small.
Oh, Sawtech
But-
attempt by Waterholic here.
Yeah, water. Blasted that exploder with it. Massive.
It's kind of nice with the.
Do you guys know about the cave on Siren's Call for
Yes.
hosting the Lemurians, the Elder Lemurians?
Yeah, you go up the top part of the cave, right?
Yeah.
you
Over
can
the
do
little
it top and
spiked
bottom.
bridge.
Yeah, as they
I've
pass the
heard
bridge, if
about
you
it,
just.
but, you know, kind of information kind of vanishes when you like adrenaline shot.
I think I've
Mm.
seen people do that, but I don't think I've ever thought about doing it.
It's so good. I'm
But
saying
that
if you have
blazing
a,
elder that you guys had, just
Yeah.
get rid of
Oh,
it.
Yeah. He was also kind of just chilling in the crate. He wasn't even looking. He was staring at the corner.
he didn't
think-
want to be touched.
I think 2 of my deaths were solely to that Blazing Elder. But
He was
for a
on
while,
timeout.
for a while he just chilled out, which was helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just recognizing that it was an issue and just taking care of it, even if it took a little bit of time to go through the cave a couple times to try to host it, I think that would have saved a lot. I think would have been pretty helpful.
The Ben's raincoat. Who all got that?
I did.
Okay. Jodo, did you end up shooting the? I know Waterholic did. Oh wait, no,
There was a
Jodo never
gun.
found the gun.
Jodo didn't find the gun, no.
Yeah, there was a gun for worship unit. Lurkki ended up
Yeah.
not using the gun on that. Just wanted to get a boss and panic, but didn't miss out on too much. Obviously, as we know, the red was, well, the
Still
most
got the
common
double
red.
cores.
I swear. I mean, when I was casting with Cran, the 3 legendary reds were Nukahanas, and Ben's Raincoat. And today it's Ben's Raincoat. We'll see what the other 2 are.
It's gonna be the run saber Aegis,
Oh yeah, of course.
100%.
Waterholic actually almost done. The funny thing about Waterholic here is no matter how many deaths, unless it's like 20 of them, it's going to get in third. It's just a mental game of like how much mental will be lost during this TP or Mythics fight.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, this is also where you start. Well, some people will start death looping with if the ads in phase 3 start piling up.
Yeah, it's actually doing really good.
Yeah.
Hasn't really had much of it. Now, as for turret placement, right, could be a little bit better, but they're getting damage in during pizza, which is good in itself. Oh,
Yeah, see how much damage now does when the turrets are actually shooting. And they're not dying because of spaces.
So it looks like
Oh,
in
it
the
takes a
Void
dab.
Seed.
Oof.
Oh,
ouch.
so
Yeah,
it looks like in the Void Seed there was not a whole lot great, huh?
there was Needle
The
Tick.
Void Seed.
No. What was it? Needle Tick, Void
Mm.
Scent.
It was Needle
Spaces.
Tick, Void Scent, Void Band, Safer.
Yeah. And there was another
Yeah,
Saber Spaces outside of the Void Seed. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep, it was on the cliff
Mhm.
that's above the teleporter.
So the reward for the
One with, like,
Racers
the,
doing 2 Void Seeds that had like, what, 30 enemies at start?
26.
Yeah, 20.
Well, I mean, you could say
25.
26, but then there's a gup, right? That counts as 7.
Yeah, it was just a Needle Tick, which was like the most advantageous item in it, I think.
Yeah, it's nice, but I wouldn't call it worth like 10 minutes of time.
NG is just rough, man.
Yeah, I just saw the 25 and thought, okay, probably not gonna be getting this. And at the end,
Yeah.
teleport 17, so no.
This run definitely it felt like the worst of NG. Like you're just not in control with what happens in your run. The turrets are
There's-
gonna do what they're gonna do. The enemies are gonna do what they're gonna do.
I'll say this: there's been many far worse NG loadouts, right? I don't know if it's just like past trauma or something that I've dealt with in the past with some of these, but at least, right, there was movement speed, there was damage, there was bleed, there was a solution, there was an answer. The items were there, right? I think this could have been easily deathless even. If just but again, there's just so many texts, so much knowledge that has to be known, so much that needs to be put to the test in order to put out those good times, right? There could have been a lot more newts hit in a loadout like this, right? We do know that NG is a loadout that tends to struggle a little bit more. And, right, there wasn't too much engineer in the hosting league as a whole. I think this is like the 5th time out of 100 and some loadouts that we've done that he's popped up.
I don't even remember if I had him at all during my weeks.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think he showed up 3 times. And then twice now in the tournament.
Yeah, honestly, with any NG, I'll just hit the newt. Like, I'm gonna assume it's gonna be a horrible run because NG is not the best for gauntlet racing, and just keep hitting the newt. I think I saw that in the last team race resources too. Whenever NG came up, just newt.
I actually finally get to see Waterholic get into phase 4 here now. Only took 1 death, right? I think a lot of mental might still be here.
Finally.
There was a moment Water when he died on stage 5 was just kind of like AFK at the artifact portal, just staring at. Oh no. No.
I'm just glad I got to vague through the ramp to hit down to the ship quicker.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I like
that was
seeing
good. We
that.
actually, it was funny. We got to see both you and Wally at like the same time, right? Go through. You did the egg tech, and then Wally took a portal. But Wally had a little bit more speed. How many mochas did you have, Jodo?
I had 8.
8 mochas. Okay, yeah, a little bit more speed on Wally's end. was able to get there a little bit, I think like a second faster, but it's there. It does save time, right? Because a little bit less. And still got it there. We finally get to see Waterholic break free from this engineer loadout. And it's almost like we forgot that there's 2 other entire races still to be had. We've got Huntress coming up, so that's going to be a little bit more of a break in terms of mobility. There's Phase Blink. There's Strafe. It's going to be a really good loadout.
It's Arrow Rain, let's go!
Oh, come on. We don't have to talk about that part, right? Just cut it off right there.
Arrow Rain's awesome, though. What do you mean?
Yeah. It's
Arrow
AoE
Rain
damage.
is like, it's like 1/4 for Pillar Skip on its own.
Exactly. All you need is a ton of afterburners and hard lights, or life saves and alien heads.
You know what's
Sorry, what
interesting
is it?
about Arrow Rain is that it actually used to have an 18-second cooldown, and I believe its proc coefficient was even lower.
Yeah, that's
It
wild.
was like 0.1.
They really
something
had to
like
balance that AoE aspect, you know?
that. It's just too good of an ability.
I'm shocked it's on a 12-second cooldown. It should be 19 or 18 again.
It does massive DPS. Because the
Exactly.
developers
Yeah,
made that, the
they
idea was
for
like,
It's the flamethrower of Huntress.
it lasts for a duration of time, right? You use Ballista and it's over, like in an instant.
It's got a proc coefficient.
It's infinite damage, you just get infinite enemies into it and...
Exactly. There's no drawbacks. It even has a debuff. You're like Rex.
Yeah. Getting that
Basically
deathmark
Void
damage.
Fiend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that Huntress can host skip with 0 speed items? Hmm.
With Blink or Face Blink?
Is it because of the blink?
Just Huntress in general.
Oh, wow.
I mean, fair.
Well, I think it was actually 1 feather for Phase Blink Huntress, but no speed items.
Okay. That's cool. That's
Definitely
crazy.
don't try it because it takes some practice. But
I'm
Huntress
is
I'm
built
sure you
different.
have a
What do you
lot
mean?
of somewhere.
All right, let's
Huntress
get
is built
Waterholic in here as soon as possible. We get the final time up. Put him out of his misery. Let him know.
Man.
Oh, wait, no, we gotta wait and see.
and yeah, we have no refs up right now. So
Oh, power went out
I
for
can-
Breach. Yeah, he'll send you
Oh.
in a second.
Classic Breach.
That's fine. We got it. We got backup ref.
Waterholic is typing.
Holy.
Oh boy. At least it wasn't a double bonus point situation.
Yeah,
That should help.
it's crazy. Even like despite that, right? Everyone's time was pretty like
Yeah,
on
they're
point.
good for cast.
Good for cast. All right. I'll pull them all in here. Yo, what up, Water? Welcome in. Welcome in. You just love
Hi.
NG.
Water.
I love NG.
What did I just play? Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. Playing implies there was fun had.
It's a game.
Endure.
Was there any amount of damage that entire run
There was
besides
an AP
needle
run
tick
for
and
her.
band?
That was
Okay.
AP printer.
There were like
Yeah.
3 bleed throughout the run too.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
know you
I-
skipped on like the first 2 bleed daggers we saw, Water, which I think
Yeah.
would have been nice for damage.
The one ice band that I found was really helpful.
Mhm. Stage 2, Lurkki found it as well.
Okay, so here's the good news for you, Water. You might have had the slowest run overall. You did not have the most deaths overall. So for
Oh.
that, you will still get 1 point for your participation.
Okay.
It's not all for nothing. I don't know if there's anything you really want to super discuss or talk about on that one.
Wait. So did I get third?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll take it. Now I just want to play a run that has actual damage.
Oh, that's why
One
we
of
got
the kill
we got
enemies.
Arrow Rain Hunters coming up. So we got you covered.
I mean, it's.
I'd rather take Arrow Rain Hunters over any
Get
engineer
moving.
any day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
That run would have been awful without the Mocha printer.
There was a decent amount of movement speed actually.
Yeah. The gas in the Mocha printer saved the run.
and they also had the energy drink stage 1. Right, so you had that. There
Yeah.
was like 3 hooves you can get throughout the run. That wasn't too bad. I think it's just really difficult, again, to try and use all the knowledge and play it out. But hey, I mean, you got through it. We're past the hardest part. We can actually move on to Huntress now. So I'll go ahead and send you all over. If you're feeling ready, wait for the notification in the chat for you to begin. And good luck to everyone. I'll go ahead and state the standings. A reminder, the top 2 racers advance on to the next round. In first place, we have Lurkki with 4 points. In second, we've got Wally with 2. Waterholic has 1 point, and Jodo is currently at 0.
All right.
Don't rush
That could change.
TP1.
That can change. Think about
Good
the corny race that we saw earlier. Don't get too comfy.
Yeah.
All right.
It's Arrow Rain. I'm so comfortable on this loadout.
Get out of here. I should see it and start. What do you think of the skins, by the way? We got McDonald's Huntress down the bottom right.
Hell yeah.
We've got... Oh, I think Water
I would
needs
have preferred the alt skin.
Wait, hold on. Can you get Water to set the proper skin?
Oh yeah.
You'll know what you're talking about. Okay. We've got Huntress. It's Arrow Rain at Verdant Falls. Oh, I should probably get the loadout fixed myself. So I can just stop saying it and I can just start showing it. We got Verdant Falls here. Followed up with Wetland. So could see a lot of items, a lot of potential for things like even drones, I guess. There's definitely going to be a healing drone, no matter what. I guarantee it.
Speed and printer? No, it's a backup printer. Okay.
And then...
Pretty good stages though, yeah. I think Sirens is just always not everyone's ideal choice for stage 4, but hey, what are you
I
gonna do?
think
Others
for
aren't bad.
Huntress, it's not going to be that bad. Right, a nice thing
It's
about...
more just like there's better potential on any of the other stage 4s.
Right. I mean, I'll
for
say
getting good
this.
stuff.
With Siren's Call, you do have the highest ratio. I think it's like 15% more or so of green tri-shops. So you get a tiny bit more access of just seeing some quick options if you've already got a good run going. It's really easy to just keep it going. We'll see, actually, Wally looking for the new... It does not spawn down there unless there is a route twisting down. Verdant Falls, the newer map, the newest map, added by not Hopu Games, but Gearbox, in the Devotion update, which has brought you many cool things, like the new Lemurian sound, which is actually... Isn't it just the devoted Lemurian sound that accidentally got tagged in
Yeah,
with the
they
normal?
just messed up.
Yeah,
and
and it's not meant to be that way. And then we also have... What else do we got? We got
No
Loader.
void interactables on this stage.
I think it's interesting, actually. I think
It's not intended. There's no way it's intended.
I think it depends.
It's cope if you say it's intended.
I'm not gonna say it's intended. I'm gonna say they didn't give separate DLC cards. I don't think they really know how the director works. I think a lot of that was handled by, the core people at Hopu, whether it be Paul or Duncan, right? I think they were the ones that were doing a lot of that. So they were kind of the director guys, and now Gearbox had it, and they're just like, oh, we just copy and paste this stuff, and then we... No, not everything's copy pasted. I think they made the... There's no cloaked chest, which seems to be intended, and then there's no... Where there's like super duper common radar towers, so you get the logbook really easy here, which is funny because some of the racers didn't actually have it yet. We had to make sure they were all good to go. Other interesting things, the weight on the bosses. Ooh, it feels so nice. Stone Titans appear 50% of the time. And then Vagrants are normal, like 1 in 3. Beetle Queens are actually super rare here. You only get them 1 in 6 runs. So if you ever do decide to like gamble something and just go super fast, you can use that knowledge and say, okay, probably not going to be Queen.
So far, we see some pretty strong items. There's a watch in a tri-shop that they can see. There's a gas above the TP
Oh, don't
area.
see them.
Mocha. Bandolier is honestly really good for just AoE teleporter fights, throwing out your glaive a bunch and more arrow range, I guess. Isn't too bad. Wally already done with the TP.
Oh, speaking of fire, look at that. We're talking all about damage. Look at that equipment. We got a Molotov on Wally, who's gonna want to loot up a little more. Do we know if there's the large chest? I think I was looking for it. I think that's something you always.
Yeah, it was the large chest.
Like, if
And
there's
Wally's probably gonna miss out on the watch that was in the try shop. That was above the newt in the cave.
Oh.
Unless they can find it now.
It's going really far away to look for it. Maybe looking for a new equipment. 280 director credits is really easy.
It is there. Wally's gonna find it.
Oh my god.
Lucky.
All the way over.
Going across the entire stage for
Yeah.
it. Maybe I already scouted it beforehand. Not sure though.
So
Maybe
two
the first one
backup.
out to stage 2 already.
Oh yeah. 2 backup mags, 2 gasoline. I think that's gonna be good. AoE. At least early game.
Yep.
Right. If you got a couple brass contraptions, if you got like a, that with like what's that one boss? The wandering vagrant. You can have that. It's kind of useful in those. Crowbar printer, stake printer. I could use a stake right about now.
Everyone pretty much getting the same things. I kind of wish Wally did get a few more items. Like, it is still Huntress, and you don't have Ballista for like a very consistent like band proc.
Yeah, I think
Did you
actually
find any bands?
a lot of the racers you'll notice are taking their time.
Yeah,
Trying
I don't
to
mind that
load
at
up
all.
A little bit. Right, we just had an incident where everyone's like, "Where's the damage? Where's the damage?" Look at Waterholic, who's going to be the last one done with the teleport. Right, has $137 and 7 items in hand. Definitely is not going to have the same incident. Right, Waterholic only at one point the top 2 racers will advance, and to have Wally right get in second place in that loadout, in a situation where it was looking like, the favorites were Water and Lurkki walking into this, right? Now having to prove himself a little bit more. Gonna have to find something to prove and show that he's the 10th seed for a reason. And hits a chance shrine, finds a super massive leech, and gets nothing from that chance shrine yet again. Sees a small chest right here though, and another one over down by the flower. Just gonna go ahead and get
Johto scrapping up.
that. Oh, I like that.
Slug
Warhorn.
Printers stage 2. It's pretty good.
I like the scrap play on Johto. All the green items on the stage sucked. Right, no one needs an old guillotine or a bandolier. Bandolier might not be bad if you have the backup mags, but for the most part, not too much there. Stealth kit, right?
Yeah.
I like the Warhorn though.
Maybe
I
even
think
hitting Newt on stage 2. Yeah, Warhorn's good. Warhorn's really good.
Void Sea.
A lot of people sleep on it.
Void Band. You
I
can
would take
Void
it.
Band the enemy, and then you can like throw in the
While he's taking
arrow
it.
rain.
Because like your only band proc is glaive, and are you really gonna be relying on bands as your main source of damage? Like maybe if you find a capacitor or you get stompers, but other than like those two, it's not gonna be your
Yeah.
build. So you might as well just get that damage and get that AoE going.
The funny thing is, if you get like bands with stoppers, and it's like a huge part of your build, and you're like it's not like a Giga speedrun where you're just trying to beat the game as fast as possible. Mithrix just gets a ton of adaptive armor, and it doesn't actually do all that much.
Mm-hmm. It's still good though.
Oh yeah, for
Still
sure.
a lot.
But also Void Band, right? Being able to hold the enemies in place. If you got that gasoline, I think maybe not so much for Mithrix, but just for the rest of the run, it's going to be a lot easier to deal with crowds, especially a loadout like this, a loadout that struggles so much with damage. Right, the
Water
only thing-
debating it. Wally hitting TP already.
I mean, Wally was the first one here. It's gonna throw the Molotovs underneath.
Got an AP round on stage 2 as well, which Water just got as well, which is awesome.
Look at that
Looks like
massive
2.8 rounds.
Molotov damage there. Actually took down the Veto Queen. Only took 2 of them. It's a shuriken. That's damage.
Nice, and that's a band proc.
Now, with that shuriken in play, right, these racers are going to have to think about it. Right? They can't just auto-aim, right? If they want to make sure those shurikens land, they gotta be looking. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like a mini game in a sort. sense.
Which, like, I've seen a lot of people complain about shurikens on Huntress, but like, just aim. Like, what's the problem? Like, you do it on any other survivor. Just look at the enemy.
No, I'm not allowed to aim.
Not a big deal.
I'm playing Huntress. That's illegal.
Yeah.
Oh, broken watch on Johto. Just barely enough health.
For the void.
It was
Cradle.
like, yeah, 2 away. That's unfortunate. I hate it, especially when you're like right on the line and you get exactly to that 25% mark. It just breaks anyway.
Yep.
Right, you didn't even see the red health bar on Johto's screen. Like 1 health more would have been okay. So that's gonna suck. Hopefully you can get that made up somehow, in some way. And I think we can see that Johto the only one scrapping and thinking about, well, okay, I've gotten 4th place. I need to really catch up, right? These racers are pretty much better than me. They've proven to that in the past. I need something that's going to be able to give me an advantage over them. And what better than to find a really good item? Like, not Deathmark.
Lurkki actually hit the nuke this stage, so I mean their greens are not desirable. I mean maybe just the fuel cell for later on, and actually gonna just scrap for it now. It's a good call.
Not bad,
I think
it's not
learning
bad.
from the last run, gonna start going into the nuke, trying to find something impactful.
There's a predatory instinct in a large chest. Wollywog picks up. Done with the TP, it still has a little bit of money. I like the amount of items that Wally has for 10 minutes.
Yep, pretty good. Not as many greens as other people, so gonna have less opportunities for some sort of nuke play, but
Unless
really
there's
well.
like a really, I mean, right, usually there isn't a good green printer or a good newt item. Right, I mean, if there is, right, it's in a really bad spot for that. But no, other than that, just good for the death mark, which honestly I would have kept. Right, you're already at 2 debuffs.
I would not. Death mark is pretty cope during a gauntlet race. I don't know.
I don't know, I feel like those
And one of your
survivors that-
debuffs being arrow rain. I don't know.
Oh, that's the easiest one. It'd probably be harder to get the gas later down. Water actually typing in chat where loot. Yes, I am coping. You got me. See, there's a reason why you're still a racer. I'm not, right?
Takes a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge buildup.
There's a watch found right out the gate of Stage 3 over on Scorched Acres. Waterholic, the second one here. So we see Wally and Water pretty much in sync. To the very second. Actually gonna
Both
go
with
ahead.
the Void Band. I don't know if Lurkki opened the Void Cradle or not yet. I would like to know if they would choose the Void Band as well. And now with the Shuriken coming into play before potentially having the decision for the Void Band, that might sway their decision one way or another.
Yeah. Is this a double elimination? No, single. What are the numbers by racers' names? That is their seed that they placed. So, like, the closer to 1, the better that they performed during the league. So we have the favorite walking in here would be Waterholic, and Johto is the underdog, who actually just finished off the wildcard round. And tied for first or second, there's a Polyloot. There's a Polyloot on Waterholic. That is huge.
Okay.
And suddenly damage has arrived. I kind of would like that on who had the double backup mag? Oh no, wait, no, only one now in Water or Wally. I would have liked a couple backup mags with that. Like crowd
Yeah,
control.
printed one away for the slug, which honestly is a really good safe
Yeah, I like that.
decision.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if I'm playing this run now, I mean, AP round, Polyloot, Vand, Shuriken, and like watch, attack speed, AoE. I mean, look for some more mobility, get a pillar skip, and you can push this pretty good.
Oh,
At least that's my mindset of it. Obviously, that comes with a little bit more practice and understanding of it all, but they
mean,
they
even
have the
just-
stuff.
double AP round, right? There's watches and a second watch that Wally will be able to get as well, right? With that Polyloot in mind, that I mean, Wally doesn't know about yet. These racers, they definitely have all the ingredients, right? They kind of had the ingredients as well on Engineer if they just played it a little bit slow, right? But again, we saw that some of them were saying, like, where's the damage? Where are the items? This was kind of impossible to play. There was a solution. There was a way to get through it. And right? They just weren't
Yep.
able to find it. I guess Lurkki kind of did in a lot of ways, just accidentally messed up stage 1, right? Lurkki showed how it was done, doable, even with making those mistakes, right? So in a situation like this, where we see the poly, we see the damage in play, I think Huntress is really easy to kind of push, and then if things get a little bad, you can slow down, right? You don't want to checkmate yourself and completely lock yourself out of damage, so it's good to, like, you know, make sure you're caught up on that. But if you are caught up and you feel confident with, like, okay, these items plus like 1 more should be fine, or plus 2 if it more damage items I get throughout the run, surely you're gonna get that, right? There's green try shops coming in stage 4 and 5. You can find like ATGs, more ukuleles for that poly loot,
Yeah.
and a bunch of other equipments that will be most likely available, right?
Lurkki
It's
getting
always-
the Void Band and going to Bazaar now.
Oh, finally. Okay, we get to see it. Yeah, well,
There's the
that's good,
bench
that's
right there. Okay.
because now you can go to next stage.
Cycle through it.
Right? Who else is
Yep.
going to cycle through? If things get bad, then you've got that advantage because you've already got, like, had the available resources. So if the first one was good and you couldn't afford it, you're not locked out of that. And, right, if things are good, you just never have to go in again. It's fine anyway.
Yep. Wally probably gonna get the poly loot now and be very excited. Also, there's a syringe next to the poly loot. There's some really good items on this run already. Like, they have, and I think another thing that people don't really think about too much because they're used to just doing normal runs full looting is the time scaling. The time scaling, like, we try not to push it too hard for normal runs and trying to be consistent, but when it comes to gauntlet racing, if you have the goodies, there's no point in spending more time when you don't need to. Just go. There's gonna be so much less HP to go through in Mithrix, so much less damage being outputted by Mithrix. It's really helpful to use that to your advantage.
Yeah, I mean, you get to Mithrix at 30 minutes, 25 minutes or something, as opposed to 35, and suddenly Mithrix has 50% more health, right? Just 10 minutes makes a huge difference in like that. It's like having an extra 2 watches. It's like having permanent death mark on it, essentially, right? With that gap. So if you just find all the damage items that are good and just go fast, right? He just dies even faster. And it makes the fight even faster. There's less ads, there's less obstacles, right? If they do hit you, they deal less damage. Like, we've seen situations where people are at Mithrix at like 20 some minutes and they only have like 1 opal and a rose buckler, and they eat a whole slice of pizza, but it doesn't even matter because it doesn't do that much
you're
damage.
fine. Yep. Is that a bleed printer on stage 4? I think there might be one. I mean, you can scrap up some things, get some bleed
it absolutely
going.
is. That is bleed.
I'm down.
Now, Jodo was
I am
saying
down.
Huntress is bleed. Survivor
Yeah.
was kind of fighting on that. I
No,
feel like it's
definitely.
you could do it, right?
You can definitely do it. I mean, again, especially in the gauntlet context, you have to think about the gauntlet context because it really means a lot. And I think if you get just a little bit of attack speed, I mean, Jodo already has a syringe and 2 mochas.
That's fair.
That alone with a 0.7 proc coefficient and getting like
with
3 or 4
the
bleed
poly.
daggers, yeah, and the poly loot, like,
could
it's
see that.
strong. And Huntress, I mean, even without that, even in a full looting run, Huntress is a bleed survivor. I mean, if Captain is a bleed survivor, then Huntress is too. It's pretty similar.
I mean, one could burst out like 200 shots in 1 second.
I mean, with speed shooting, yeah, but not everyone speed shoots and still is successful.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, it can work. It can go through. I think it's a lot more effort. You get a lot less value from someone like Huntress over maybe some of the other survivors, especially with the auto aim, right? You have to constantly have that targeting locked onto the person that you want in order for the bleed to continue. But, you know, if you play it fast and, right, once you get to Mithrix, right, especially, Huntress is a fast survivor, able to keep up with him. So for that part, not really too big a deal.
You know, bleed is a very good decision if they can get a decent stack of it. Obviously, if you have like 2, it's not going to be amazing, but
Right.
that goes for anyone.
We see a new equipment barrel open up by Wollywog. It's a
There's a
capacitor.
capacitor.
So anyone who did not take the void, everyone took void band. Well, who cares? There's no normal band, so
Yep.
still the right choice.
Really good damage. I think they're still looking for a pillar skip equipment. They can definitely deal with Mithrix with the damage they have. But capacitor is good for the meantime.
Lurkki's actually going really slow here. Right, is Deathless, it had that 88-minute win. Maybe might be thinking that the other racers are just prone to dying a lot, and if you just go slow, you'll be fine. But it's not the worst idea, right? Because at the end of the day, you have 4 points. If you play it a little slow and end up getting in 3rd place or something like that, you still get the final loadout, right? And if everyone else
double
does,
bonus points already.
they got 1 bonus point.
Or just 1? Oh yeah, well, just 1. But yeah, still really good company lead to start. Play it consistent now.
Right, and it's not like you have to get in 1st place, right? You got to get in 2nd. So playing it safe, not a terrible idea. I think currently Wollywog's the favorite. It could change if Waterholic finds that capacitor, but that capacitor is huge, right? In terms of getting that damage down, with the Void Band, right? In terms of AoE damage, you also have the Polyloot, so it can proc that as well. It's just decent. It's good. I think it's a lot better than a supermassive leech in terms of equipment.
Yeah, I guess the capacitor is the first actually decent equipment that's popped up so far.
Yeah, I would like to say Jade
Elephant
Elephant.
a little bit.
I would like to say Jade Elephant is a good equipment, but when you're Huntress, you're just not getting hit anyway, and shouldn't be relying on that.
And they'll have like a wrap or two. Like they don't need it for gauntlet racing.
Yeah. We actually see Lurkki using the arrow rain with the bandolier to get extra shots down. Look at that. Look at all the rain. Oh yeah. Clearly that's what killed the Overlord there. I want to see Johto go into that bleed printer. Johto was talking all about it.
They stood right next to it for a little bit. Maybe they're looking for a scrapper because I mean they do have good items as is, so it's hard to blind print into it.
Right. We also just saw the blind printing incident earlier, right? And Johto's like, didn't find the scrapper, but there was a scrapper, so maybe Johto's thinking about that this time around of like, oh okay, well I'll just find the scrapper first.
Same stage too.
And Johto hasn't died yet, right? It's not like there's Johto at 20 deaths and the run's over. No, Johto's very much in this, right? Still 2 letouts to go.
There's a Wungus on stage 4, which is really nice. Down in the caves.
Yeah, anyone who didn't get that slug, which would have been, I think just Waterholic. Did Water get the Wungus?
Also now
Oh, no.
3 bleed daggers on Water and 2 on Wally. So we'll start to see some damage. I mean, it is really good.
I'd like to see more. If you are going to go bleed and you don't have needle tick or something like that, I want to see like 4 or 5 at least.
I mean, again, just look at Wally though. The Elder just dies. Like you don't need too many on Huntress.
That was on Water. Haha.
Yeah.
Now you're falling for it too. Wally Holic. There
Did
it
I
is.
say Wally?
Yeah. It's hard. I mean, it took me 7 weeks. It took me till like week 6, week 7 to get them down.
Yeah, they're the same person. There's an eccentric vase on Sky Meadow. So
I forgot it was called the eccentric vase. I was
they will be
confused.
taking that.
The what? I've known it for years as just vase.
Vase, yeah.
Gonna put me out.
Hey, look at that. The bleed going to work for Water. Taking out that elite Elder for them.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's good. That's good.
They have really good damage. They need to. They can push it. They can push it hard. They have the capacitor. Oh, actually, Water didn't get the capacitor, so
Yeah. I'm liking Wally.
looking a little comfy. Getting
Wally
through his
also
TP.
with 3 bleed. There's a vase. So okay. That outdoes that. There is no host skip right now. There's no void seed or any void cradles that I know of here on stage 5. So it's actually going to be tough for Wally to decide, like, do I want to get the vase? Which I think the right answer is yes, you want the vase. You want to be able to go as fast as you can at this point. You have the damage, right? There was the one watch, a second watch that Water actually got, right? But there was also 2 AP rounds, and Water actually got one of those. So we see very similar builds. Mending Parent, Horde of Many, that's going to be tough if they teleport in the wrong spot, but since they are Huntress, they get 3 blinks, so if they accidentally teleport and they're just stuck in the Parent, they can just go again.
And Wally will have a better time with it.
Yeah. You don't want to top deck
capacitor.
your blinks when dealing with stuff like this. You almost never want to top deck your blinks. If you just use them as soon as they come around and you don't have them when they're ready, then you're just going to take hits.
Yeah,
But you'll see
parents
people do
can
that a lot. They're playing Huntress,
creep
so
up
yeah,
on
I'm really
you.
good at playing Huntress, and they just spam the shift button or whatever their utility is. And they get hit, and they're like, what? I'm Huntress. I'm not allowed to get hit. It's illegal. Purely the game's fault that I died.
Lurkki's still in the back of the pack, though. I would like to see them push a little bit. Like, they did get first in the first loadout, but, I mean, you do have to play at least a little quicker.
Oh, there's a
Johto
ukulele
still...
for the TP as well. So
Is
that's
Johto
huge.
going for AoE? What's happening here?
Oh, yeah. That's,
Maybe just spawn
maybe
and
accident.
get in just
It's
cause.
gotta be.
Yeah.
I really want to see Johto go for that bleed printer. Put your money where your mouth is. Come on. I think that damage chest gives the third bleed. Yeah. Because nobody actually printed the bleed, they just got a bunch.
Yeah.
Which I think just makes it even more appropriate to like say, okay, well if I got 3 then 4 or 5 will be great. And Johto doesn't go into it. Come on. Come on.
No, I definitely respect it. I mean, their items are really solid.
Yeah.
There's only like maybe 2 or 3 items that I would say get rid of, but no, it's really good.
Let me see. Has Lurkki even activated TP yet?
I don't think so. I can't read that language, but I'm gonna go with no.
I think you can tell if it's done if you see the teleport icon show up on like the edge of the screen if they're not looking at it.
Oh yeah, true.
So yeah, it
Yeah,
hasn't even
that's not
activated yet.
Water out onto the moon has the vase.
The
Got
only
through
one to
the
have found
stage
base,
5
so,
teleported
yeah.
really efficiently.
And there's even the fuel cell with that, right? So we're gonna see this, gonna get the
Yeah.
launch. Oh, okay, maybe not so good. That's fine. Just a couple second loss. Goes forward, has 2 Polyloot. Has Warhorn. I think the only one that got the Warhorn. As Johto's actually about to die. 5 health. Only alive because of Wongus at this point. Oh my god. Johto, who cannot afford to die. If Johto dies, it's pretty much over. Right? The others are going to need to die. Something's going to have to happen. And Johto needs to get points to have a chance to be able to move on. Johto, the only other racer still in it from the wildcard round. Right? The biggest underdog remaining. Needs to hold on and does. At least for now. Gets a Kajaro's band.
All right. Lurkki's still on stage 4 TP while Water's, I mean, a quarter way through phase 1 now.
Yeah, it's getting there.
I would like to
think
see
had a-
Water using their equipment for the war horn proc.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd see that a lot with Hunter speedrunning. If you get a war banner or a war horn, you want to use it. Speedrunning or gauntlet
Yeah.
alone, I mean, when are you going to need to use that vase? Right? You got 2 of them.
So much more attack speed for the bleed too.
Oh,
Like
come
it's
on.
just so good.
Maybe he forgets about it. It's pretty much double damage. It's like having an ocular HUD almost from that double attack speed. Like, it's insane. It's crazy.
Wally getting base now. Probably gonna leave soon.
Oh, Johto knows about the vase, didn't get it. Or hasn't picked it up anyway. Still holding out the Jade Elephant for the time being. As Wally gets the Mending Elder killed. Got a decent lump sum from that, but what to use with it? Still just looting up. Right, Water knew when to leave. It's like, okay, I've got shurikens, I've got double polyloot, right, with this bleed. Whenever you see that polyloot activate, you can see the bleed go in the double digits. Like right there, boom, huge. I'm really sad we're not seeing Warhorn get used on Water. I think Water would be already halfway done with phase 2, if not closer. Had that been in play? Oh, there we go. Uses it, and
Wally
we'll
with
now learn.
3 AP
Oh, look,
runs now.
there we go.
Oh yeah, using it. Perfect.
Didn't
So much
use
more
it
damage.
thinking about the vase, but just like, oh, okay, I wanna get to this
Yeah.
wisp a little bit faster, and then saw it right there. And I think we'll see it a little bit more now. Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
Sometimes you need a reminder.
They just remembered.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough one to remember, especially when you're not used to only doing gauntlet races.
Yeah. And Wollywog, the second one. Oh my god. Wally's been pretty consistent. Right? Wally who only had I think like a 40-some% competitive rate in the hosting league during the league. Right? It's come out of the gate and is doing really, really well. Like both runs have been competitive from Wally. We'll see
Yeah.
how the Mythics fight can go down if the competitiveness can continue. But right as of
They do
now,
have 3 AP rounds, a little bit more damage than what Water has, which is nice.
unless Water dies, I don't see him losing at this point. But Wally could easily get second place again, which would put him at 4 points. Which would
Yeah, really consistent.
deny bonus points and would have a 3-way tie at 4 each, assuming Lurkki does not get any points. Which at this time is looking to be the case, but Johto hasn't even activated TP. It's at 150 curse, so maybe the safe play might grant Lurkki 1 point.
Bizarre again. Afterburner. I mean, you have the scrap for it.
I would just take it. I mean, are you gonna really go to soups? I guess I was thinking like I don't have a vase yet, so maybe not. Maybe I was
Yeah.
thinking about it after, but oh, Johto's got the elders stuck in there. Oh, I think I see Deathmark activating. Yeah, there we go. See, I would have had it activated a couple times. Easy. There we go.
Massive.
50% damage buff. It's there.
Water, almost done. Just gonna try for, I would assume, an arrow rain phase 4 skip here, which is possible. Yep. Going for it.
Come on.
And getting it.
Let's
Nice.
go. Well done, Water. Gets the
Good work,
arrow
Water.
rain phase 4 skip, which you can't get with Ballista. There's no Ballista phase 4 that I know of.
This is gonna be like a 31.5.
Yeah, really well done for
Actually,
Water.
you can with Ballista. It is
Oh, really?
a hit scan attack though, so you have to be frame perfect.
Oh. Well,
Just
okay.
about.
So if you
But it
just
is
enough
possible.
practice, you get 100% of the time. Actually uses the double
Yeah.
vase to get forward and lands that well, saves a couple seconds there on top of that, and will be able to get on the ship, and assuming no deaths happen, right?
31 and a
Definitely
half.
get in first place, but we'll have to see about bonus points.
It's a really good time. I mean, I think Water played it pretty much how I would have. Maybe I would have pushed a little harder, but they did push extremely well and knew when to go, which I think is a really important part about the races.
Yeah, you
Just
looked at
knowing when you have the stuff and just do it.
what did Wally get
chilling.
from looting stage 5 for that extra like 2 minutes, right? If you don't see like green terminals on stage 5, I feel that's the only thing you really want to go out of your way for. If you see an item that is actually going to save you the
Yeah.
time, because to get from point A to point B on stage 5 can take like 30 seconds just to get there, and then another 30 seconds just to go back. It's like a whole minute, right? If you send Wally an extra minute in this run, right, it's probably all the way almost at phase 3.
Yeah.
And then if you do that a little bit more with a little extra looting, right, from that stage 5, because it was definitely more than just a minute for Wally. Could easily be on the same pace. They were on the same pace at the start of stage 3, right? But Water just knew how to push it forward, and that brought the win at 31-32. Well done, Water. Excellent
Good work.
job. Actually, go ahead and get Water's time in there.
31-32.
Is Breach back? Did we get him back? Oh, Breach is in the practice chamber. Breach, get in the ref booth.
They're messaging me about it. It's all good.
Okay. Oh, stuff on mobile.
And
okay.
they're good for cast.
That's fair.
Water's good for cast.
All right.
Whenever you want to bring them in.
I'll do it now. I can find. Here we go. Water. Yo.
Hey. Oh, I love actually shooting the enemies and dealing damage and watching them die.
Oh my god, I just didn't need. I think I gotta mention this right now. We'll get to you in a second, but 2 deaths for Johto. Johto, who's at 0 points right now, is gonna need a lot to happen in order to have a decent chance, a decent shot at being able to come back in this 3rd loadout. It is not looking good for Water right now, or Johto. But for Water, as for you, well done, 31-32. Tell us how it went. What made you
Really
decide
nice.
to really go for it?
I mean, there was a lot of damage, so I just kind of rushed it and went to the places. I wanted to try and go to stage 3, 4, and 5 to look for equipment, and that was pretty much it. I just needed to skip, and there was Vase right next to TP, and the fuel cell. It was such a fast fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that
I knew
was
that I
perfect.
I have to try to make up for the NG somehow. Oh wow, they're still on stage 5? Okay.
Yeah, stage 5.
Yeah,
or
that's
for,
stage 3 was kind of the marker of like, okay, we have everything. And I think, yeah, the good thing was you just honestly looking for a pillar skip, and that was kind of all you guys needed.
Yeah.
Extra
really good
watch,
job.
extra poly loot, right? We had double poly loot after stage 5 TP, which you handled really
Yeah.
well. Right, Wally was on pace, was at like the same second as you, going into stage 3, but ended up looting a little bit more. As we see death number 3 for Johto. Johto had a pretty similar-ish setup.
Oh no.
Almost died a couple times on stage 5, but during this TP just took 3 deaths and immediately leaves with the vase. We'll
I
need
also
to
got
do
an
really
error rank
fast.
phase 4 skip.
Needs to have like a miracle happen
Yeah.
in terms of Lurkki dying in order to have any chance of getting a point here.
Yeah, we saw the
kinda
error ring
watching-
phase 4 skip, which was
Oh yeah,
really cool to see
yeah,
as
that
well.
was really nice. Ooh, Wally actually just took a huge swing there.
Oh. Like, I'm just watching so close now to see if I get bonus points. 'Cause-
It's gonna be up to
eh,
Wally.
Yeah.
Right. Double
I
vase
think
if
so.
the phase 4 arrow rain skip is performed, right? A few things that need to happen.
I think a phase 4 skip needs to happen, or else, yeah, I think you just get a bonus point. It's looking like it.
And it might
Wally's
be
gonna have
double.
to finish up at 35-32,
Oh, doesn't get it.
and yeah, no skip.
Yep, has to do phase 4. I think I get a bonus point.
Nice, 1 bonus point at least. We'll see if they can get through phase 4 properly.
Which means that skip probably, that arrow rain skip that you performed, which is the finishing touch, in order to get
Mhm.
that. Well
Yeah.
done, well deserved.
Johto
Good
goes
way
soup.
good way to bounce back. I think, unless a few deaths happen, you're probably gonna be tied up with Lurkki at 5 points going to loadout 3.
Nice.
We'll
Using
see.
bottled
Lurkki's been
chaos.
taking this TP or this run just really slow in general. Slower
just
than
go
anyone else.
chaos.
It's just... Was it a bottled chaos from Johto?
Yeah, these stoops are trash.
Oh man.
I do like that you used your vase and then realized, oh, I have Warhorn, and then started using
Yes.
the
Yeah,
vase for
yeah, yeah.
Warhorn after that.
Yeah, all
I'm
of
happy
phase 1 were
you-
like, come
you
on, use
acknowledged
it,
that.
use it, use it.
I know.
That's laser scope, I
Wally
guess.
done. Gonna end up with like a 37-30-ish. Maybe a
What
little
are you
less
still doing?
with the
Skip.
vase.
Johto, come on. Come on, Johto.
Really wanting this
Come on,
soup.
Johto. Really just wants the 1%.
It doesn't even have
damage.
scrap. Just go.
No, they have 5 greens.
Oh.
We'll get the bottled
Oh.
chaos.
No, take the
Okay.
lasers. Okay.
Yeah, the
No,
1%
bottled
damage.
chaos is the play.
I mean, sure. You could get like a Prion out of it.
Or even just like
EML,
one
Ocular
Ocular HUD
HUD.
is going to be a lot better
Yeah.
than 1% extra damage from you.
Gorad's
actually,
Opus for more attack
Do
speed.
I have? Oh, he missed Predatory. That's why. Because I swear we had a little bit of crit.
Yeah. Alright, Johto's going to finally learn. You can just look up and go. Does that. It's going to have to prematurely end it.
And
Teleport
just
out,
use
turn
the other
around,
base
use your other
here.
base, use your other base. There we go.
Okay, cool. And
You see
Lurkki
the,
getting the bottled chaos as well. Before heading up.
And that's with the Predatory. Right, I think it's still, yeah, I was right. Dude.
Still the
I would-
better play.
That would definitely, like, all it takes is just one Gubo, one Prion, one anything, right? It's going to be a lot more than
Bottled chaos is good.
6% damage.
Honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just awkward.
Honestly, a really solid equipment. Or, I guess, item for equipments.
It just can occasionally throw you off with some things like Gopus or Egg, but other than that, it can be really useful.
Opus is good, though. For your bleed?
Yeah, no, it's really good. Gopus is good when you get in Bottled Chaos, but sometimes it's like getting harpooned. Sometimes.
Yeah. You
That's
just gotta
fair.
know it can happen.
And well done to Wally for finishing up, getting a 37-10 for the time.
Pretty good.
Really consistent so far from
Go
Wally.
ahead and do that. Yeah, well done for both of them. As for you, Water, again, getting the bonus point. Well done there. It's going to be close. No one's really going to be super comfy here in the final loadout, as Wally ended up getting second place yet again. Right, is only, I believe, 1 point behind everyone else, assuming Lurkki can do this. We'll see. Things could change.
Can probably
Oh.
bring Wally in.
Yeah. I think if Johto does not get a point here, it's going to need everyone to, like, purposely insta-DNF or something to have any chance. Let's see. Got a message.
how bribable
Oh,
is
Wally
Lurkki?
wants to be in cast. Okay. Got the message from Reach. We'll do that. Wally,
Hello.
Yo.
welcome in. You are muted right now. There
Hello,
we go.
hello.
Yeah, what up?
Hey, that was nice.
Yeah, a nice change. There was damage, a lot of it, and you played it pretty well. Looted well. Was pretty neck and neck with Waterholic up toward until like stage 5. Took a little bit more time to loot than Water, and just had a little bit longer of a fight. I missed there was a Warhorn on stage 2 that helped out a lot.
I was stage 1.
Oh, okay. 1 or 2, I forget.
Honestly, I think my biggest mistake there was scrapping Deathmark.
Really?
Because I would have been
Hmm.
Deathmarking with all my, if you could include Arrow Rain debuff.
I
If
guess
not
that,
Chrono.
but there was
yeah.
the gasoline, which you're not really going to get
Oh,
on
yeah.
metrics that much. But I guess, you know, it helps a little bit. We can actually see on Jodo's screen a little bit of Deathmark active.
Yeah, you can proc it a little bit.
Yeah,
There's some value.
Wasn't
Yeah, I
terrible.
just kind of scrapped it for, didn't use the scrap for anything, so pretty wasteful.
Yeah, I think it's good to preemptively scrap some things though, because like
Yeah.
you never know if there's gonna be that like Shuriken printer or ATG printer. But yeah, no, really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Jodo's
think
was-
both you two really knew how to push it come stage 3 when you guys got everything you needed.
I was
Yeah.
pretty
Good job.
nervous about not having any defensive items, especially having to, taking a swipe immediately. And
Mm.
my thought was just like, I hope the drones are pretty distracting, I guess.
Yeah, an Opal would have been amazing, but it's fine. Yeah.
Lurkki taking a swipe there too.
Yeah, Lurkki does have a very good buffer against Jodo. I think it's a 25-minute buffer there. So, yeah, 30-minute now is Jodo's pretty much just given up here, which...
Oh.
Again, in terms of the placements, oh, even another death. Was that even a 5? That must have been exactly 5 seconds, just taking death after death after death. I believe,
another.
assuming Lurkki doesn't die 15 times during this phase 3, is going to need to have everyone just concede immediately and then get double bonus points somehow in order to have a chance of getting to a tiebreaker. So it's essentially eliminated at this point, unfortunately. It was a good run for Jodo, right? We saw Jodo do pretty good in the wild card, had that one good set. I think ended up getting 7 points. Had a few good runs in there, but just struggling a little bit today as we see death number 8 kicking in here. We wish the best of luck to Jodo in the future.
So with Waterholic getting a single bonus point, actually, I think completely due to the phase 4 skip with Arrow Rain.
Yeah.
Whereas Wally, you had to do phase 4.
Mhm.
So one bonus
Without
point
it-
to Water. Pretty good.
Yeah, no, I definitely needed it for the bonus point. Because I've been
That's
like
a close
40
one.
seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long phase 4 for Huntress, right? You're not bouncing anything
Yeah.
off with the big glaive. And then
No bullet.
I mean,
Ballista.
first item is watch, so it's not too bad. Like, Vand is
Yeah.
pretty early on. It's not the worst, but
I guess it depends. For Wally, it was the third item. Only got the one watch.
Was there another watch hiding somewhere that I didn't pick up?
There was one at the
back
start
at
of
stage 3 in the try shop. Yeah.
right when you spawn in. You see,
It was tempting not
Jodo,
to take the slug or the soda.
both Jodo
Oh, I
and
took the soda,
Lurkki
yeah.
finishing off phase 3 about the same time here. We'll see which one finishes off first. Ooh. Oh. A few shots in there. Yeah, look at this. Look how long phase 4 takes, right?
Yeah, no, okay, I definitely needed it then.
It was
Yeah.
huge.
Still waiting for the watches to come back for Lurkki here.
There
Or
it
did
is.
they even get watches?
Yeah,
they
got
did. One
The
watch.
3 AP
Okay.
rounds right next to it. Void
That's
Band.
gonna have a lot of damage.
Everyone took Void Band. So
Was there bans on this run?
There
Well,
were one band, I think it was a fire band somewhere, and then a
Lurkki
second
has
void
3
band
bans.
later.
Oh, okay.
Unless there was a different band, but there was a royal capacitor on stage 4.
Yeah, not that big a deal though when there's base.
Right. Yeah. It's just like
I
this
liked
nice little
having-
help.
I liked having Van's capacitor for a while.
Hmm.
So, with the,
Yeah, it made
quality of
stage
everything, it was
4
fine.
Stage 5 TP a little comfier with it.
Looks like Lurkki wins the last little phase 4 fight, despite finishing later, not taking a good
And
portal
takes
with
the better
Johto,
portal.
and just has to use all that time with the vase to travel. As for Lurkki, ends up getting a 45 something, maybe like 44 something, which is not bad for playing it safe. But we'll see. Lurkki's gonna have to turn up the gears, because between him and the two of you, only 2 of you will be able to advance, and it's looking pretty locked up.
Deciding loadout eventually.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Coming up.
Void Fiend. You guys like that one?
I
It's not engineer.
Wally gets second to tie break. For loadout 3, I think. I mean, there could be a tie break easily. Oh, you're saying... I think if Wally gets first and someone else gets second.
It also probably depend on bonus points.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get these screens on here. It's going to be a 45.03 for Lurkki. And then we got a 90.18 Johto. There. Alright, and we'll wait for just a second here. Can use this time to remind you that we still have a couple days left on the Fantasy League. Get in there. You can win a free Tier 3 gift sub if you get in first. So, what are you doing? It's free to sign up. Alright, still waiting. It's gonna feel like a 2-minute intermission. Breach is on the phone. Power outage happened.
Johto's good for cast. Haven't
Alright.
got anything from Lurkki, but I assume they are.
We'll throw Johto in first just to be safe. And Johto. What up, Johto?
Hello.
How's it going?
Probably would have been deathless if I didn't have no speed.
For no speed.
No
Oh,
speed. Were there speed items? There were some
I had
mochas.
3 mocha. There
I
was
didn't
kind of
find
it,
any
though.
speed.
1 soda stage 3, but I took the watch instead.
I didn't find any speed at all.
yeah, I didn't realize
Yep.
that. I
You have
figured,
2 mocha.
with Hunters and Face Blank, you usually just go kind of fast anyway.
Did I?
Yeah, low
Oh,
speed
2
hunter's
mocha.
not that big of a problem.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize I had 2 mocha. Okay,
There you go.
hmm
but yeah,
One full hoof. Massive.
I think had I had just another hoof and an energy drink, I think I wouldn't have +5. Like the parents, I just couldn't get away because I ran out of cooldowns.
I feel like gas ignition was enough for that TP though.
That's fair. Where was the ignition takeout?
Stage 4 TP drop.
Okay. Oh, right. Alright, let's get Lurkki in here as well. Lurkki, what up?
Hello.
Welcome.
Yo.
I guess I missed something.
No.
Missed some
I
big
think
language item.
it was really just working with what you guys got. I mean, you guys had AP rounds, watches, there's some good attack speed, a lot of bleed, the polyloots.
Yeah, with the poly loot could have definitely just rushed TP to TP from there, but decided to play a little safer.
Yeah,
that's
I mean, it's
basically what water did.
it's fair to play a little bit safer, right? With getting that bonus point in loadout 1, right? You can find out, okay, if I play it safe and at least do okay, then
hmm
maybe I can adjust from there my game plan on Void Fiend. But yeah, just going really a little bit casual, right? Wasn't too risky. Didn't really get close to death. I think there was a bottle that was consumed on Mithrix. Or on stage
Yeah,
5, one of the two.
3 swipes on Mithrix.
That's
It's
right, that's
quite
right.
a lot with no opals.
But still comfortably got in
Yeah.
third. Still definitely in it. We can actually go ahead and get up the current standings here up for this race in the hosting league. We've got both Water and Lurkki at 5 points. Wally getting in second place twice is at 4, only one behind. And well, Jodo, I hate to bring the
Yeah,
news
no,
to you.
I'm at 0. Yeah.
You can still
I-
play. You can play. Spoiler. You could ruin someone's day by beating them.
Yeah, snag first place and ruin
Ooh.
the other threes.
There you
lives.
go.
I don't think I can even get tied for second at that point. At this point,
Yeah, it's unless everyone somehow concedes or is like caught cheating somehow.
I am bribable.
There you go. Get to it, Jodo. No, but yeah, it's still got another loadout still here on the screen, so make it the best, make the most of it. Take the experience you can get in now, as it will be good for the future. Races like this
I'm gonna
are...
need a Dan break though.
Yeah. That being said, I think we're all good to go. Not much else to discuss on that one. Polylead, watches, AP rounds, all very good. Go ahead and put you guys back in your spots, and I'll let you know when to go. Loadout 3. Do not start until I give you the message. Hey YouTube, hope you've been enjoying this race so far. I've been greatly enjoying the hosting league myself. However, it has cost me a lot of time and resources in order to make it the best product that I can put out. Whether you've been enjoying the videos here, or just been enjoying watching the content live on Twitch, I'd highly consider checking out the donation link in the description below. Half the money is going to be going to the prize pool for the racers, which as of now is at around $609. You've all done a lot for the league so far. In terms of giving, which has been really cool. I'd like to thank each and every one of you who has given, but don't want to take too much time. And I'll just say that I, along with all the other racers, thank you for watching this content, and thank you for your consideration. Now on to loadout 3. Get at least 1 point. Right, Gruggy didn't get any points, but if you can get a point, right, you can show, hey, here I am. I
Yeah.
can game.
I mean, even if you're at a deficit in a race, it's always nice to try to push as much as you can and maybe
Yeah.
try to snag a first at the very end,
I remember actually...
or even a second, third.
Oh god. There was this one loadout where I think I'd like done really bad all the way through. Like I was already eliminated. I'm like, alright, fine. I'm gonna just focus up. And it was commando with slide. And I slid through the ground in like 3 seconds. I'm like, oh my god. It was microphone off from there. I was hunched in.
What is that printer? Is that bustling fungus?
I can't, yeah, it is.
Oh, okay, it looked like a crit.
Bustling fungus
not.
can disguise itself as anything. Sometimes it looks like a green printer. It's like, oh, is that like a shuriken or something? Because the green pixels
Yeah,
will
because they're
like,
green too. Yeah.
sometimes they'll be the only ones that show up if it's far away enough. There's a crowdfunder stage 1. I always feel like that's bait. Hopefully none of the racers will like shoot that too much. You don't want to, because it's like as early as it is now. Unless it's somehow gonna prevent your death, which I mean there are other solutions that involves not spending money, or if you already have like $500 and you're already able to afford everything, right?
A Gorag's Opus on Jodo right there, right next to the TP.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Up the lift.
Right. Every 45
It's a
seconds.
very good
like,
equipment for Void Fiend.
doubling down. I feel like crowdfunder could be good later on. If you like stage 4, stage 5, when money's needed a little bit less. But
And a
definitely not
shuriken
right
from
now.
the TP.
Ooh.
Wow. And everyone's pushing. Everyone's pushing. Minute and a half to 2 minutes in, and they're on the TP.
I mean, it's
This is
Jodo
insane.
has nothing to lose, and for the other 3 racers, right? We saw Karn in Wednesday's race. I don't know if you were there to watch it. Everyone kind of played Void Fiend a little bit slow, but not Karn. Karn was like, oh, okay, this is kind of like Bandit. You just get 1 or 2 items a stage and you win.
Void Fiend's crazy. Void Fiend in the official Risk of Resources races are kind of just like, you should get a sub 30.
Yeah,
Because Void Fiend can do it, always.
and what's also crazy about Void Fiend is, oh my god, look at the screen shake on a Wollywog. It was like 0.4. sorry. Void Feed is always the same loadout, right? There's no different way to play Void Feed. Like, it depends on the items you get, I guess, but you start a run, you get Void Feed, right? There's no, oh, you shoot the shot, but it, like, has a different trajectory, or you heal a different amount, or instead of healing, this happens instead, or you don't cleanse. No, it's same loadout, same abilities,
it's always
same
same.
everything. Right, so if anything, he should be the one that people are, like, the most familiar with.
We should see all of them hopefully saving their corrupted form for the very beginning of the TPs that they hit. Really just using that corrupted form to blast through any TP bots that they might encounter.
You know what I would love to see? I want to see pennies.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
You get pennies on Void
With
Feed
all
with the
the
100 armor.
armor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good. It's like Void Feed, and Void Feed has that instant heal anyway, right? Multi, in order to like really penny farm, you need to have the healing for it to support it. But not Void Feed. Void Feed already has healing as a solution. There's a red
There's
item.
brain stocks, and there's a bleed on Lurkki actually from the Chance Shrine that was next to the TP, which I really like. Bleed is amazing on Void Fiend.
There's another large chest though. If you
Ooh,
go up
and
the
a
vent,
band
which
on water.
both racers, both Waterholic and Wollywog,
And Wally.
pick that up. But you know who doesn't? You know who just
Is that a
immediately
crit printer on
leaves?
Lurkki now? I think that's a crit printer.
I can't speak
Stage 2. It
finish,
is, it
but
is.
I can see the two little divots in the eyeballs, and there it is.
Wow.
Losing the
Yeah, you're
bleed, who
getting that.
cares? Get out of here.
So
And-
stage 2 is a stage they should get a lot of white items if they can, and really just invest
racer has any white items from stage 1 except for Lurkki, right?
in. Yeah,
Which sucks though, because no ice band, right? But you know, 10% crits.
Ice
really
Band with a
good.
shuriken is.
Oh, and
really
Waterholic is
strong,
actually going to
too.
have just enough money to get that Gorag's Opus as well.
Nice.
So both Water and Wally have the Gopus and the Ice Band. The Gopus is going to be huge, right? If you get crit and you have that 70% attack speed increase, right? It's pretty much like Warhorn. If you have a Warhorn on top of that, you get
And
like
you can
what,
actually-
240% attack speed with the crit. Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, and with the corrupted M1, you can actually conserve that Gorag's Opus attack speed if you just don't let go of the primary.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to the Ocular HUD.
And there's
So-
a Planula printer.
Ooh.
So if you really hate corrupted mode and just don't want to do any damage and want to throw, you just pick that up.
Yep. Another shuriken on Lurkki. Wow. I mean, yeah, invest as much time into getting the good stuff on this stage, and then you can push.
Oh man, I would
Maybe just
you know
even
what I would
look
be doing
for
right now?
equipment.
Look for pennies.
or-
Look for
yeah.
pennies and try to like, you know, if you see an item and you can afford it, pick it up. Yeah. But if there's a try shop,
Wax quail in a try shop as well.
oh, that's movement speed solved, right? You don't really need much more than that. I would like
Everything is
maybe,
amazing on this stage.
Oh, there's a radar, so you can find all the try shops right out the gate.
Did Lurkki not get the Gorag's Opus that was right next to the Chance Shrine with the
didn't get
bleed?
it. Just immediately left. Didn't see it.
Hmm.
It was hidden behind a rock, and Lurkki immediately activates a TP. Is not going to have much money.
Yeah, we'll see. I do think if you do have a crit printer, you do want to maybe invest a little bit of time to get that up. Void Fiend, I mean, that's Void Fiend's bread and butter.
Oh yeah. And right, how much time is Lurkki really saving by going this fast? Right, Lurkki might be thinking, well, I got to go fast because I was being really passive the first load or the second loadout, and I need to speed things up. Right, loadout 1 is I'm engineer. Okay, I got to slow down because I'm going too fast, and that's what got Lurkki that 4 points. Right, could have been a little bit more had there just been one less death during that Beetle Queen incident. But this is Void Fiend, not Engie, right? So it's like Lurkki's thinking that again. It's okay. Well, I'm Void Fiend. I know Void Fiend can go fast. I'm gonna do it. We'll see if it can pay off though, right?
Yeah.
The difference between 20% crit and like 40, 50, 60% crit can be a lot. And it's kind of hard actually to find white items this stage. I think they're trying their best to find small chests and open them, but they keep getting greens. Right? There was another ice band, another renounce that Jodo actually found.
They do get a Beetle Guard on this stage, which is just a guaranteed ally for them during the Mithrix fight, which is
Or
amazing.
it's a guaranteed Planula.
True.
Yeah. Water actually finding a crit glass out of a damage chest. Has still not activated TP, which again
They might get like 4 white items on this stage.
there
I know
you
there's a
go.
gas that Jodo got on stage 2, so that'll be a good one to keep around.
It was the bleed that Lurkki
Another
found,
bleed too. Yeah.
Lurkki's only really going to be able to afford like one more item. We'll either find the... Yeah, it doesn't want to go for an equipment right now. That could be a vase in there, for all he knows. I don't think it is. There's the Silpuri. I don't... That's the Scrapper and Finish. I butchered the
Kind of like that Wally's... Or, sorry, Water's taking their time, but
Yeah.
they probably should at this point be hitting the TP. Maybe just waiting for Corrupted Form now, but if they can get a lot of crit going, then hey. And it looks like Johto didn't bother at all with the crit printer.
Oh no.
No,
Well, Gasoline's
only has
too
one white
amazing.
item. Yeah,
I don't know.
really just pushing.
Yeah.
Another band on Wally.
Yeah, that was the
Two
same band
Runo's
that
bands, and it'll be 2 shurikens.
that was the same band that Johto got, and unfortunately for Lurkki, right? There's a Nuka-Hana's opinion. Let's go. You can hit
There's
the
a
chance
scrapper
again
next
and
to
get
the
the
TP, so
yeah.
you can just scrap that right away. And a syringe. Nice.
Imagine if that syringe was a recycler.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Ooh, needle tick.
Nice.
I like that. I like needle tick.
Really good. Taking the gas right away for Wally, I mean, if you're gonna go into the crit printer, you might as well just leave a little bit of AoE for yourself, but maybe just going as much into the crit as possible, which I don't hate either.
I think there's still Scorched Acres for finding AoE, right?
Yeah. And I mean, their
You've
corrupted
only-
primary is so
Yeah.
much piercing damage that like
The
you don't
difference,
need tons of AoE.
yeah, the difference between 20% crit and 30% is you get crit 50% more of the time, right? Which is insane uptime increase.
Yeah.
And with that
Definitely
Nuka-Hana's
worth it.
opinion, if you just press R with the healing, if you ever do have to heal, right, converts that healing into soul energy. And if you get enough of the soul energy, you deal damage with the Nuka-Hana skull. So it's extra DPS, right? Something you definitely don't want to give up.
Yeah. Yeah, I would scrap that probably. And I think Wally's
Yeah.
gonna do that.
Do it
right
now, do it now, do it now.
So,
Yeah, that's right.
And honestly, you might as well scrap the brain stocks too, because what are you gonna
It's movement
spam
speed.
the M2? Yep, got rid of it as well.
I feel like if you have no movement speed, right, it's better to have it than to not, right? I guess if you get, like, that's assuming you're going to get to red soup now. Or you're going to soup.
Yeah. Or there's a red printer on stage 5. You never know.
Yeah, I think it's like 3% of runs have one. It's a lot higher than you'd think, because I feel like it's like 1 in 200 is what my feelings say. But my feelings are stupid. They happen a lot more. You just kind of don't realize it or forget about it.
Yep. And there's some good items on stage 3. We saw the needle tick, and there's another crit actually on stage 3 that Johto found. Some good stuff.
Johto did actually find a little bit of a natural crit as well. After stage 3, though, you don't get the try shop, so it's a lot harder to actually find crit and other white items. Needle tick on Wally now.
Head stompers on Johto.
Huh?
Okay.
What?
And Johto's getting...
Where?
Oh my gosh. It was next to the TP. I mean...
Oh, so everyone's going to
maybe
get
people will
stompers,
find
and
it?
then because Johto's the first... Johto can actually, I mean, has like a really good chance of winning just from being the first one to find
Has
it.
a band already?
Yeah. And there's an ATG as well. Just go. You win.
Oh my
You win. You win.
god.
You have a Quail, you have
So
Stompers,
now
you have ATG.
water is looking actually not great.
Yeah. Because
Spending
water...
so much time on this stage when you can just get bailed out on stage 3. Wow.
Water's got to move
Well, I mean, we'll see if people find it though, because
right by the TP.
sometimes you just don't, you know?
Oh, man. I mean, I want all 3 of these racers to advance. I feel so bad, like, knowing one of them isn't going to go through. There's
A Lysate and the other
cell.
Void Cradle, yeah.
Yeah.
Very useless.
And now just with that knowledge, right? Things are getting
Yeah.
mixed up. There will be no bonus points. Not that it really matters at this point for any of the racers. Right. Get first and you're in. Get second and you're maybe in. At least second place and you tie if you're Wollywog. Or actually, no, you can just straight up win if someone else gets fourth and then Johto gets first.
This will be an interesting loadout. I don't
Yeah.
know how it's gonna go.
I have no idea. No one else has
There
found
has been a red
Stompers
every
yet.
stage. That is cool.
Johto just needs to not die. It needs to play it smart and fast. which is saying a lot. There's that adaptive chest. Look at that. Quail picked up. Lurkki, who did not
Bird?
find Quail on stage 2, right, makes up for that there. And everyone's thinking about crit build. Crit build, crit build, crit build. Which, I mean, crit stompers is going to be huge, right, with that band. But, and all the time they're spending, which, I mean, it's the right call to make. You want to be able to take as much time and get a decent amount of crit. I would say like 50% is good enough. You pretty much have full uptime at that with your M1.
Oh, there's 2 radar scanners on
Oh my
stage
God.
2. That's funny.
I knew about the one. I didn't know about number 2.
Yeah.
And Water's not very happy. Water's going to be even more terrified when
Jodo's
if he
out.
learns. You know what's scary is if someone doesn't learn about the stompers, they're just going to keep
Yeah, they're
playing
just
at the
screwed.
pace they are. And Jodo just needs to not mess this up, right?
That'd be awesome if Jodo could just snag him
Oh,
first,
yeah.
getting the stompers first. That is the thing, like, if you're the first one to find the crazy item, you're just gonna have so much more confidence to push forward instead of looting up like the whole stage 3 and then realizing that they're stompers. Like, you get such an advantage just because of that. I've seen countless races won because of that.
Yeah, and there's that radar scanner too, right? So people are gonna know, like, oh, look at this chest I see. Wait, isn't that one that's literally on top of the teleport?
I think it was maybe down a layer from where they are.
Yeah. I
Like
fear
same section, but
another
I
shuriken.
don't know. It was
three.
really close to TP.
I fear for
Wow, that's a
Jodo,
lot of shurikens.
right? Because you really don't want to die in a loadout like this. To be able to end on a high note like this, and to get that first place. Oh, here comes the Quail. Gets it. And doesn't know it
Bird.
yet, but double Quail
Yeah.
is cracked. Waterholic's going to be able to move a lot faster. If Water just gets that chest and picks it up and gets the right one, is going to be really, really good off. Right? The other racers don't know about it yet.
Maybe it's the one up on the ramp that leads to this top section. That might be what it is. There's also a crowbar next to the TP, which with the stompers, I mean,
Yeah. That dude's trying. I mean, even that
See if they
damage
get
without
it.
the stompers is really good. It's just that pillar skip built in. Man, you could even just quail skip with that.
so quick. And hopefully Wally can get in now. Oh, I think it's actually this large damage chest.
Oh,
yeah.
well, everyone's got it.
That
now for
Lurkki's
large
getting
damage. Lurkki got it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you see that, you gotta get it.
Luckily, Water did go for the TP right away, and I'm pretty sure saw that large damage. Large damage. I mean, it's a squid ball
Cloak
of
chest
half
on
the time.
Wally. Oh, Wally's going the opposite way. Oh no.
Uh-oh. You got 1,000.
Wally, please.
You're eventually gonna get there, right? You've
Unless
got to.
there's enough things down below next to the void cradle that has the lysate cell. Oh no, Wally, please find that.
Come on, man. I see the stage 4 TP items under the band. Wait, bandolier. Dang it, it was at a weird angle. I'm sorry. It looked like a Jaro. I was like, oh, that's Kajara band. Wally gets the lysate cell. It does not pick it up because it is really bad on Void Fiend, as it turns out. Heading over
Is
now.
Wally gonna find it?
Oh, it's got to. There's no way. Adaptive chest gets the quail, right?
Gorak's Opus for Lurkki on stage 4 bailed him out. Awesome.
Just gotta go for it. Oh, gets the quail, gets the quail. Yep, there we go. What does Lurkki have? Oh yeah, Lurkki has stompers and has the quail and has the Gorak's Opus.
Wally, please don't.
And Waterholic has stompers. It's
Scout
like,
just a
uh-oh.
little bit more.
We know Water knows when to move. So Water from here on out is gonna like go Giga speedrun. There's a whole stage behind. It says
Yeah.
LMO. Look at him laughing. He's like, oh no, I'm at 17 minutes on stage 3. Wait,
Yeah, but now just gonna push
Wally
so
didn't get
hard.
it. Oh,
And passing up Wally,
no.
nope. Wally
and
didn't
Wally,
find it.
who needs at
Which,
least
again-
second place.
Yeah, scouting is so important, especially near the TP, during TP.
That's gonna hurt.
I know Lurkki pinged that same chest while inside the TP, so it was
Yeah.
definitely possible to see. I just didn't find it.
Wally's gonna watch this one back 5 times and think, how did I not get that? How did I not get that? I can't believe it. I cannot believe I
Yeah.
missed the large damage chest
Rough.
near TP. That's. I mean, we'll see. Maybe someone throws just one death, even with 4 crit, 2 ice band, ATG with a Gorak's Opus, right? I mean, still be
Feather on
good.
Johto next to the TP.
You just can't. It's gonna be too hard to pillar skip.
Yeah, there's not enough movement speed here for pillar skip for Wally. Wow, and I mean, and now it's a battle between
Yeah.
Water and Lurkki to see who's gonna get first here. Or I guess first between the two, because Johto's onto stage 5, looking really good still.
Yeah, looking like Deathless has the feather, has the
Large
quail.
damage chest
I
opened
hope-
up on Wally's screen, but not the right one.
I think Johto was struggling a little bit with regular host skip. We'll see how he knows how he's able to pull off the stomper skip. Hopefully knows that one. It's pretty easy to do. Right, if I was able to do it in 2023, and I am a terrible racer and terrible gamer, I would hope Johto can get it down. Right, just hold space bar, look for the rock. It's up there.
Yep. Wally's pushing though. I mean, if Wally can push and keep up, they still have a lot of damage, but they do need to find like a vase or something.
I think we've seen this before. I forget who it was. There was like a race where one person missed out on stompers and was actually able to get in first place just from playing so fast. I think that was like Railgunner or something though. Which, yeah, I mean your Railgunner you can just skip as long as you have a safer spaces. It doesn't matter what loadout you have. You don't even need cryo charge, right? You can just skip.
Yep.
Pillars can get skipped, and you have an ability that does like near stompers damage. It's just that good, right? So Void Fiend though, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll be right back.
Oh good, oh good. Or can you take Predatory over Feather? I'm assuming because it's for more attack speed on the M1. Not always just gonna be able to stomp. Oh, doesn't have any feather, but has stompers, right? Which is good enough in the sense, right? Kind of greeting for that extra damage. I don't hate it. I think it's okay to go either way. Double Opal now found for Waterholic, who's going to proceed through the TP, is going to be the third one on stage 5. Johto needs to be careful fighting his grandparents, though. Stage 5 TP boss, it's really easy. Oh my god, just gets hit by him. Brass Contraption
time.
almost got him as he was stuck in the grandparent orb. Stompers and grandparents. This is going to be an ultimate test for these racers. Are they able to time their stomp and not get stuck in the gravity orb?
Honestly, just use your corrupted form primary like Johto's doing now. I think this is a really good strat.
Oh, Johto got baited.
I
It's
don't
not a
think
real
this is
shadow.
yeah.
You can cleanse yourself though, so it's okay because Void Fiend's is
Still gotta
overpowered.
get out.
Yeah.
Did get out. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's crazy to cleanse
I
every
know,
what
it's like,
5
you don't-
seconds.
you
Is that the
don't need-
cooldown?
Void Fiend did not need that. It's like, what were they thinking? It's like, okay, and Void Fiend has this ability. When he presses shift, he just loses every debuff. Okay.
Yep.
At least they thought about it not getting rid of Curse. Can you imagine that? Void Fiend comes out, you press shift, and all your Curse just goes away?
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Totally
like at least
intended.
Void Fiend's really fun
Yeah.
because he's very powerful.
Yeah. Johto did not die charging a TP. It's still the furthest ahead.
Wally looting up after stage 4 TP. Man, if they just,
Just didn't
had
know.
the stompers,
Just
had the
didn't know.
knowledge.
Yeah.
It's so rough.
No.
It happens though. That is the one thing about loadout races is that like sometimes you just don't find the thing and you do get punished for it.
Yeah. And then you're up against Zinc and it happens every time. It's great.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
are you
that's massive
feeling?
damage.
I think as of now with the picture, if Waterholic and Lurkki beat Wally, right, and we see those two advance, I think the picture would be you and Faku versus the two of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like going up against Faku because he's very good.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, Faku, right, a little bit of a newer racer, but from what we've seen, I would put him in the top 5. He's insane.
Yeah, I
times
think
he
he's
puts up.
definitely better than like me and Ruddy, but maybe not quite the level of Zinc and Cabbage, but still like
I don't know.
obviously
Cabbage
so
and
good.
and even K, right?
Well,
as
Cabbage
of
hasn't
late,
raced
They
in a
haven't
while.
raced in a while, so we don't know where they're at.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. More Zinc. Zinc is just
Zink's on
crazy.
fire.
I mean,
he's gonna be.
he's top in this league and top in risk of
You
resources.
don't know how many
probably.
people in the fantasy league? 75-80% of people say Zink is gonna win it all. That's how
He's
good he
won
is.
the 2 tournaments he's been in
Yeah.
already, so it's not a bad gamble. I think I might have even voted for him.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you end up losing, you don't get in first. At least have a chance of getting that sub.
There's a vase on Lurkki. If Wally just goes, like, they still have good damage. They just
yeah.
they just don't know.
Needs
They
one
just don't
person
know.
to die. If someone dies, right, you can still beat him easily. Just
Yeah, but Wally will probably just need first place. Is that right? Just to even get
needs
through.
second place at a bare
Needs
minimum, and
second
third
place?
place if Jodo gets him first.
Or yeah, third place if Jodo gets first. And Jodo, I mean, leading the pack, has the vase also,
Yeah, look at that.
which means Wally really does need to get a second place, which means Water and Lurkki
No, if
are gonna
if Jodo
both
gets in
need to
first,
die.
Wally can get in third.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So Jodo is the champ for Wally right now. Needs Jodo to get in first.
See
He
how it
needs one
goes.
of the others to mess up. And also needs to not mess up himself, right? Which a lot needs to happen. I'm gonna put that at maybe like a 2% chance of happening, which isn't impossible. I think we've seen a lot more impossible scenarios happen. But Wally needs to go fast, right? Needs to know that this is still a really good build that can kill Mithrix
Yeah.
at a decent time. And
Yeah, all
once
that
that base is
crit.
found,
Attack speed.
right, it's going to be able to skip pillars. And can just get
Yeah.
it. Like, look at the damage in that Grandparent. Stomping is actually going to be slower than just doing that.
Yeah, they do have the crowbars, so hopefully they make some good use of that. Lurkki starting the fight now.
Yeah.
Gonna go for a stomp at first. Good call.
Look at that damage. It's also going to be a determination, like, as to who gets first. Like, Jodo's doing really good, is a little bit ahead. All it takes is one ATG stomp. And,
Yep.
and Water or Lurkki catch up. Right, could happen for Jodo as well. Jodo could be the lucky one. But it's only a 10%
Yeah, I think
chance.
corrupted form is honestly like
I think it's the play.
still really
Yeah.
good here.
Jodo
Probably
can
even-
use his vase and just get a Giga Stomp right now.
Yeah.
There's also that one tech. I don't know how to do the tech with Void Fiend in Stompers. I know how to do it with Acrid. Do you just hold
Yeah.
spacebar or something? Oh, there's the ATG.
Yeah, no, so you'll nice.
Nice.
So you'll have to be on the ground, use trespass from the ground, and then when you come out of trespass, you'll hold space when you have stompers on Void Fiend, and it'll give you some more height.
Okay. And phase 2 now for Jodo, the first one on it. The first one overall, right? First one to find the Stompers and just being able to take advantage of that time. To try and end on a high note, and is currently doing so. I would say now is the perfect time, though, just to look up, get that base out, and stomp.
Yeah, clear out some ads.
Especially now that they're all bunched up. Right, that's what you want to do. You want to hide behind a pillar and wait for everyone to, like, get to you. Oh, look at that jump. Look at that. Using the ramp, or the rock, with the quail. Really good quail stomp on Waterholic.
Nice.
Already done with phase 1. And we see the vase tech actually being used on Lurkki. And look at that. On phase 2, already dealt with half the enemies. Sadly, didn't get any ATGs, but any ATG would immediately kill whatever it touched. Right? This is a really, really good run.
And it sucks because like Wally is on TP5, but it's only 26 minutes. Like still a really good run. I think just a little weary on stage 4. Probably looted a bit too much, but
Yeah. Just needs Water or
They're doing
Lurkki
good
to
as
mess
well.
up, but Lurkki's already on phase 3. Loses the 2
it'll have to be a
crowbars.
pizza mess up.
Yeah, pizza mess up, or we could see a phase 4 slip with shurikens.
Maybe.
Anything's possible, right?
Yeah.
You're in the hosting.
Jodo a little
We'll
low on
see.
health. Actually
wonder
got
if
passed
Jodo's-
up by Lurkki here.
Yeah. Start of phase 3.
Lurkki's doing
You've
really
got
good.
the vase. You've got the vase. You can just face up. No.
Using the double crowbar already
Yeah.
on those
Yeah,
attacks. Yeah, I would like to see the
that's it.
stompers being used there.
We're seeing stomps on Water and Lurkki there. Look at that damage on Lurkki. Oh my gosh. I think Lurkki was the second one into the fight. They've all kind of traded up a lot. Still, the vase hasn't been found on Water or on Wally. Wally, who hasn't gotten the vase yet. There's
Wally's
ATG
close
in a
to
try
it, but
shop.
just pinged. Yeah, that ATG might. Okay, here we go.
Okay,
Gonna
we
get
go.
the vase now. And you should leave.
Oh, death! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh.
Lurkki died!
Okay.
Lurkki took it at the same time as Johto, and now
Yep.
there's a small chance, a
Wally,
sliver.
let's go.
But Wally just needs to not get baited by the ATG.
Gonna get the ATG and then hopefully just vase right back. Please don't get anything else. We can do this.
It's possible. It can
You got
happen.
this, Wally.
It can happen. No stompers. No stompers on Wally.
Still tons of damage though. 4
Yeah.
crit, 2 bans, bunch of shurikens, double ATG, double AP rounds. Go. Go, go, go.
Okay.
Yeah, spend all your money on this shrine, I guess, and leave.
Phase 4 begins
Fine.
now for everyone except for Johto. Right? Again, Johto doesn't matter.
Wow.
But you gotta beat Lurkki. Lurkki already got the shurikens.
Potential
right?
BG death
Sure.
too. During phase 4.
Yeah, stompers are in for Lurkki. Lurkki needs to maybe die a second time for this to happen. Shifts out, avoids the orb, but would have been fine from anyway with no Ice Band in play. And
Wow.
now everyone's done. Water's done. It's gonna get in first place. Lurkki. Oh, Johto took a second death, which only gives 1 point for Lurkki if Lurkki beats Johto. Right, is going to need something else maybe to happen. 5 minutes, I don't think it's gonna happen. But Wally's gotta play it like everything depends on it.
Yeah, we've got to be really aggressive here.
Yeah, can even use the M2 even with the corrupted form. Yeah, there you go. Every second counts. Lurkki made it to the ship. 2 red scrap, who cares? We don't need red scrap. There we go. Gets in there. Gets into it. Would have liked to see right, that's the safe vase that you can do if you put it there. You don't take as much fall damage. But if you just vase right into the arena, it's able to get into it so much faster. And yet another death number 3 happens for Johto. So definitely was able to get 1 point, but again that point doesn't really matter too much. As poor Johto, who was in the lead the whole time, right, just collapses and crumbles down the last second with too much pressure on the line.
Wally being really aggro. Again, those
Needs
AP
it.
rounds coming in.
Yeah.
Extra ATG that the others didn't have either.
So there is more damage there, but again, or does have the feather, I should say. Needs to try and keep that corrupted mode as much as possible. The other racers did have more crit. As we see Lurkki finishing up first. 35-24 immediately. Proceeds. It's done. Done with everything. 35-24 for Lurkki, but is that going to be enough? We're not going to bring Lurkki in until this is over. Yep. $35-24. Oh, I didn't get the time set up. Cast for me for a little bit.
Yep.
31-14 for Water.
Yep. Johto about to wrap up as well. And yeah, Wally's doing a good job. Keeping aggro, trying to keep that corrupted M1 on him as much as possible. Just really needs to keep damaging though. Like, does have some instances where they're just kind of jumping around when they could just be holding M1. Which, I mean, with a Feather and Void Fiend, you really shouldn't ever let go of M1.
Yeah.
Like, you can definitely just keep the damage up. And you do want to keep using your M1 to even get back into corrupted form, so
Yeah.
it
Phase 2
is
gonna
time
begin
loss whenever you're
incorrupted.
not.
This is going to mean everything. You got to be careful with this. Hopefully the Beetle Guard can provide a little bit of aggro. Yeah, with Wally actually catching up a little bit.
Doing a really good job with the vase, getting to the next enemy as fast as possible.
Ooh, runs out of Corrupted though. Again, only has the Harvester's Scythe, so it's 46% crit.
But
missing
if
out
you
a
have a
little bit.
Scythe with less crit, I think
you
it's
have-
like 70 or 80% crit where you're fine taking the Scythe, but you do lose corrupted in time. If you do. half
I
the
think it's
scythe
like if you have
and less
next
crit.
to no crit, then it's good. And then
No. I mean, it's more damage, but you do still just lose corruption time.
it's like
So,
microscopic.
like, is it
though.
really more damage?
Yeah, you go up to 1 to 6% or 11 to 16. I guess you lose a little bit of corrupted, but you at least get the damage in the normal form. Phase 3 already in play, though. Oh my god. Wally is,
Yeah, I mean,
is
Wally
going
has the
really
build.
fast. We could see a tie-breaking round. With no head stompers. The death that happened to Lurkki. 4706. Let's
He's
get
gonna have to
Wally
finish
up
up in like
big
a
screen.
minute.
Here we go.
I don't know if the damage is there for a minute phase here. Maybe with pizza going off, it'll be easier.
Oh, we'll see. Look at that. Oh, look out for the ads. You need to keep
has
that.
to keep the
Yeah.
M1 up. Like, you should be able to dodge
Can't lose
this.
the crit. Just felt a little too afraid maybe with the golem going off. Loses corrupted form. Can get it back
Yeah.
quickly.
And yeah, again, just not holding M1 on Mithrix here, getting the corruption. He probably would have been at 70% corruption. If
Would be at
just, like, holding
70%.
M1
Use
in
the
that spot.
M2 actually to soften the landing, which wouldn't even cause any fall damage. Gets corrupted back now, but didn't have it up during pizza.
Might need a phase 4 skip here for anything to happen, but it's looking like still not going to be able to
Yeah, I
beat
don't
out.
know. It was really
Lurkki's-
close, but again, 35-24.
I think the stage
And
4 was the issue for Wally
In
here.
just a few seconds
Just
here.
looting too much.
Yeah, it goes over, it's over. Not on the ship. That's it.
Yep. Good run though for Wally still.
GG.
just
Again, well played
Didn't
for
have the
Wally.
knowledge having the stompers.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and start bringing people in. Let's see. Lurkki wants to be in.
Water messaged me about it as well, so you can bring them in.
All right, see. Yeah, we can bring all three in. Just make sure not to get Wally. Let's do that.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
Yo,
Yo, yo, yo.
Hello, hello.
All right. So you three are the three that found stompers. Congratulations to both you, Lurkki and Waterholic. You will be moving on. Jodo was the first one to find it and
GGs.
was the furthest ahead up
Nice.
until the deaths kicked in. Lurkki,
Yeah.
with that one death, it was close. Wally did not find it, did not find the stompers, right? Took a little bit of time on stage 5, but is going to be coming in, it looks like, at about a 36-40. So, about 80 more
Nice.
seconds slower, and it would have been Wally's versus Lurkki in a tie-breaking round. But, just well done, regardless, for getting that and moving. Well
yeah,
played.
good work being able to utilize the stompers and really push the run.
Yeah, 2 bans, 2 quells, stompers is stupid.
Yeah, it was a
I
C.
had a bunch of like weird routing on stage 4. I shouldn't have gone to like get an extra chest or 2, but I mean it looks like it was fine in the end. Also, there was
Right,
base.
just-
What?
Yeah, there was a base
Yeah,
on
right in the try shot.
5.
Near the TP.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! Of course the question mark is a vase. I saw it.
It wasn't even a question mark.
It wasn't
straight up was.
question.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Straight
blind.
up just
Okay,
the base.
never
Yeah,
mind.
it was right behind. Like, you had to move around it to see.
Okay, I swear I pinged that. Damn it.
Yeah, the run was like set from stage 2. I was just a little worried.
Yeah.
I was pretty slow getting all the crits, but after that it was like more or
I
less.
think I just played
Not a
like the
little
same
bit
during
and
the
go
moon.
there anyway. Stompers just sped it up.
So,
I also took forever to get crit.
yeah, it took a while to get crit, and it was the idea, though, it was the right call, right? Jodo didn't go
Yeah.
for any crit at all, just kept going through, but found the stompers and
crazy.
had the fastest setup, right? Just with a couple hiccups removed, Jodo would have gotten in first place.
Oh, he was
Um,
fastest real time.
Really? Huh.
Mm-hmm.
No crit on Void Fiends to play? Huh?
I had 1 crit glasses.
That you
I
found
could've
on
took the
stage 3,
predatory, but
From
I took the
stage
feather
3,
over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? I mean,
I figured, it's last race. I'm not qualifying. I might as
Yeah,
well just push it.
Push it. Yeah.
hey, you
That's
pushed
pretty
it,
good.
and it almost paid off.
Nice try.
Good, good.
I almost messed somebody up from qualifying.
All right, let's see. That's going to be a 36-38 for Wally. Well done. Well played. Just like 74 seconds off from almost forgetting that tiebreak. So you luck out here today, Lurkki.
Yeah.
Yep, I knew that. Okay, I'm in good
Alright.
position, but yeah, this might.
Let's go ahead
Stompers
and
was like right next to TP, like I know the mistake was planned.
And
Oh,
you
we don't
pinged
get to
that
see
chest
Lord.
from the TP as well, so like it was there.
All right, Wally. So you're wondering why everyone's already in here. There was a large damage chest next to the stage 3 TP. Inside of it was a pair of cuffs you wear around your legs, and they're white and made of metal, and they're called the Headset V2. You played it really
Right next-
close. You were 74 seconds off from beating Lurkki, who did accidentally die during the Mithrix fight. It was insanely close. Just 74 seconds away. So it was a good
There was a
performance.
chest right next to Stage TP that I just missed.
Near the
Yeah.
ramp that leads up
Large
to that
damage.
TP area.
Large damage.
You can ping it from inside.
Like, you found a
Yeah.
cloaked chest, but you didn't get it. The the large
There
damage.
was
It was
large
insane.
damage that run.
Yeah, there was one
Oh,
stage
man.
4 with a shuriken.
Yep.
Unfortunate.
But you played really good at
Played, yeah.
not knowing that there was a Stompers, so good job with
Yes.
that.
A
I think
really
you
good
did
time.
probably loot a bit too much stage 4, but I mean, other than that, you were pushing really good, and you still had a really good time, and maybe even a competitive time if the others didn't have the Stompers. So
Yeah,
good
well
job.
done.
Yeah.
sometimes you just miss the thing, you know?
Yeah, totally.
I know. I hate that.
Yeah.
I've had that happen like 3 times with Drone Man. I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, good job, guys.
But
Really
a
good
good
job.
performance for everyone today. Well done.
Yeah, that last was especially close when played.
Oh my.
Well played, everybody.
I want to see. I want to see some more
GGs.
from both of you, Wally and Jodo, in the future. If we have like another event or something, be sure to sign up. Get you in there. And
Yeah, thanks for putting this together.
yeah, no problem. Hope
Yeah,
you had
thank you
fun.
for putting it together. If there is a second one, I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna sign up the
Bunch
time
of
it
fun.
gets posted.
Yeah. If we do one, I don't know. I feel like maybe if DLC comes out at some point, I know it's gonna come out at like mid league or something. That's the problem.
I think it's probably coming out like late July, is my guess, based
Oh,
off
no
of the rate
way.
they've been showing
No
things.
way. I'm thinking November.
Next
Bitterly.
month.
Jeez, if it's
I
that
don't know
soon,
about that.
oh jeez. We'll see.
We'll see, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But congratulations to our winners for moving on, both Waterholic and Lurkki at 7 points
Well
for
played,
Lurkki,
guys.
8 for Water, taking the win. We'll be seeing you against, I believe, Faku and Cap
Oh,
in
jeez.
round 2. But congratulations on the win.
It's luck.
Sorry, wrong scene.
I'll try.
And congratulations on winning at least $8.
Massive.
Huge.
That'll
You can get
not
like
pay for the
USD.
therapy that I need after the engineer.
$8 therapy. Oh man, where are you
said it
going?
won't.
Damn, are you European?
Oh
Water?
well.
It's called
I have to
alcohol.
do a lot of therapy.
Alcohol, there you go.
Oh. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
what can you get with that? A Southern, what's that really bad stuff called?
You can get a Ford Loco.
Southern
Moonshine?
Comfort? I forget. You can get some Natty Lights. There you
Oh yeah.
go. Well, regardless, that's going to be it for y'all. I'm going to have to kick you out now so we can finish
All right,
this off.
later,
But
guys.
GG,
thanks for
so
playing,
well
and
played.
GG.
hope to see y'all in the future. Good luck.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See ya.